Alright, are we rolling?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you want.
Okay, so that's the intro, Devin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Wood Division podcast, the podcast of which name I almost forgot right now. We're back with myself, the French rager who's always mad at something, the Canadian who is still not part of the official crew of this podcast, and we also have a very special guest, second special guest, I guess. No. The first one isn't special.
No, I'm not special.
One guest is special, the other one is not. We have Skooch with us, so we can finally talk about more than just League. Welcome to the show.
Let's go.
Huge. Good intro.
It works. It works. So,
Good enough.
It's good enough. We're not doing second takes. Everything's broken. Usually we have like Unreal Engine, moving puppets. Everything's cool. This time around, no. Just
It broke.
It's probably the Discord's fault. To be fair, maybe. But yeah, stuff is gonna be scuffed on the screen, but it's totally fine. Also, Declan, aka Skin Spotlight. He's currently eating with someone, so he's gonna come later and like randomly appear in the middle of the podcast.
Hopefully, because he hasn't replied to my thing.
If not, if everything breaks, then everything's gonna go dark, and Chibiin is not gonna edit anything, and it's gonna be just our voices in the void.
Nice.
Perfect.
Anyway,
Speeds with the release process.
let's just hit it with Chibiin to give us a topic to immediately start with.
So the thing is, I am really happy that we have Skooch today because, not gonna lie, I've been trying to get him on the podcast for like at least 8 months now.
It's been a while, yeah. Yeah, it has. I'm sorry about that.
A lot of things, no, it's fine. It's like a lot of things happened, and also like the friend's request got like a bit lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. At least you're here now, so yeah, we can make jokes about like, hey, can we talk about this?
No.
Not anymore, really, because like you just left League of Legends. Like you.
I mean, we can talk about more than just League.
Yeah, I could still. Can we talk about? It's still my show. It's just
True.
not League.
True.
But yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry for being a burden to get on. It's like, okay, real quick, just to give my 2 cents. You asked me a couple of months ago, and I already knew at that point that I was writing the Quitting League video. So I was like, it would just be so much smarter to go on that podcast after I'm done with it, because I don't want to go on that podcast and like talk about League of Legends knowing that I was going to quit it soon, which is why it took me so long to accept. And that's why. And now we're here because I quit. So
That's actually interesting, because I remember that might have been like 8 months ago, where I was like, I remember like behind the scenes, I was like mentioning not on the podcast, but I was mentioning how like, you know, maybe I want to diversify my content, I want to do more. And then like, you know, I was like, yeah, freaking Skooch has amazing like, you know, the format of his videos. And I remember Nikki at that time, Nikki was like, I don't know what's happening with Skooch. It seems like he wants to quit. And I was like,
It's the right way to go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I mean, it is.
I'm
sort
gonna
of-
be trapped here for 3,000 years. I'm still
Don't do it,
going.
Nikki. Get out. Get out while you still can. Spend $300 on a knife in Valorant. Go.
No.
You can still do
anything but
tier
that.
lists on like Valorant skins or Fortnite skins or like
There you go.
I don't know,
yeah.
Monster Hunter pieces of
rapid fire.
armor.
That's
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be experimenting with like, it's a stream highlight video, but I did a stream the other day where I changed my character in Monster Hunter to look like Dr. Mundo, and that's just gonna be the video. So I'm gonna see how
I saw that.
does.
I looked at that.
yeah, I saw it too. I mean, you know, like I mean, now is probably the best time to kind of like reconsider your alliances with games.
But that's
because-
the thing, like I don't know. I'm not in the same position as you guys, because I think you guys in that sense are more of, you like a little of a lot, where like you like a lot of different kinds of games.
Uh-huh.
I'm the opposite, where I like a lot of a little. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
no,
like
I'm
I have
actually-
like
I'm actually
3
the
games
same,
I
honestly.
like, and then that's it.
I would say I am the same, and that's why I have not played a lot of different games, which now kind of like, now that I announced that I'm gonna be doing more than just League, that actually like opened up like freaking mountains of content. I have never played hits such as Hollow Knight.
Yeah, dude.
And you know, and that's a big one. So I can make videos about that. And then I have never played anything in the BioShock series. Like literally my entire
they're
life.
so good, bro.
I have literally my entire life. I have played WoW. I played League, and I think that's it.
Man, I was so on the topic of like the like a lot of a little versus a little of a lot, I used to be a little of a lot, and then I found League of Legends. And I kid you not, the reason why I started my YouTube channel is because I realized that for like 3 years, the only game I played was League of Legends. If I had time after school, I would play League of Legends. A new big title comes out that my friends are telling me to get, I would play League of Legends. Like it was it. It like just absorbed all of my time. And I was like, this is unhealthy. I don't like all of my time being monopolized by one thing, especially when other games are coming out. So that is why I started my channel, because I wanted to just do like let's plays of other games to force myself to play other games. And then ironically, my League content popped up and it sucked me back in.
That's actually cool. I didn't know that you started with Let's Plays.
Yeah, I did. And the main reason why, the main game that made me feel like, oh, okay, I've been fucking up by letting one game monopolize my time was Undertale. I played that game a year.
Ooh.
I played it a year after it came out. And all of my friends, I mean, quite literally all of them, would tell me, hey, get into it. Hey, get into it. I used to be a cosplayer. Like my whole life was cosplay. So my friends would cosplay it. And I was just like this odd man out. Because I was like, I'm not going to play it, dude. Like, I don't have time to play that. I got to grind. And then surely enough, I played it a year later and I was like, this is amazing. Like I fucking cried. I was like, bro, I've missed so many games. And now I'm back to playing other content. It's
I
good.
never
It feels
played
good.
even like stuff like, I never played freaking Red Dead Redemption. And I know like people are like, that's like one of the best open world games out there.
If you play it, I suggest you look up the Easter eggs. Fucking my God. Rockstar, the way they do Easter eggs is better than anyone I've ever seen.
That's another thing. I legitimately, I have played San Andreas, and that's it. I've never played another GTA game.
What the fuck? I mean, San
And
Andreas
I
is
know I'm
probably one of
missing,
the
I'm
best.
missing a lot there, but I feel like it's kind of too late.
They are like, yeah, I would say that GTA, I know this is it's a huge reach, but for like a conventional sense of like everyone, I would say Grand Theft Auto 3 was like the open world game that put open world games on the map.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, and then Grand Theft Auto Vice City, San Andreas, and then more open world games started popping off. But it's like they did it so well, man. It was so good. You should try the GTA titles. Probably don't go back to 1. They were a lot uglier back then. But
Go back to Vice City. That's a good start, I guess.
Oh,
I mean,
Vice
that was
City's
the-
probably nice.
That was the remaster. Was it even a remaster? It was kind of like
yeah.
really bad
trash,
upscale.
right? It was like
It was
badly
pretty bad.
optimized and
badly
shit.
ported, yeah. It was super badly ported. There was like a bug you could do where you can make your, like, I think it's like every time you pause, your car gets fatter, and then eventually it's like taking
I've
up the
seen
whole
that. That was
screen.
amazing.
Yeah. Some wonky fucking little bug. But yeah, I don't know. How does it feel for you, Necrit? Like having to go from like a world that like you understand completely, like Runeterra, into trying to understand entirely new franchises from scratch.
I feel like there are two sides to this. The first side is I know it's gonna be hard from like business side, like freaking from YouTube side. The numbers are gonna be low. I'm gonna be hit with a bit of depression. I know that's gonna happen. That's inevitable. So I'm ready for that. But like, and the other side is the amazing side. Like I am currently working on the lore of Stray, and I'm having a blast. I love this. Like I feel like I unlocked some kind of like creative lock in me, and I'm having so much fun doing like outside of like. But at the same time. It's like I'm having so much fun, and then I'm like, but I'm gonna release it, and it's not gonna do well, and it's gonna be horrible. So it's like it's such a freaking double-edged sword right there.
Yeah, no, I get it, but you gotta look at it optimistically. Think about where you can be, versus
Do-
where
like,
you
do you
will be
have-
for a few months.
So I actually, my entire career, I have always
Yeah.
operated on a weird system where I always had like someone who's like my inspiration, and I was like, you know, they are gonna be my rival, and I want to be better than them. Oh, Declan just arrived. Right
You want to be better than them?
Good
What?
day.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my thought. So I've always operated on a weird like system where
Rival system.
I always picked someone, another creator, and I was like, they're gonna be my rival. And like,
I'm like,
I want to be better than them. And they don't know. They don't freaking know who I am. It doesn't matter. I just
Okay,
want to be better
Gary.
than them.
I know what you mean.
And I've had these like freaking way back in the day, like Candy Mundi at one point used to be my rival, and I was like, I'm gonna be better than him. And then I surpassed him, and I was like, oh, who's gonna be my next rival? And so like, and now I got to a point where I don't care about like being better than someone else, but right now my massive inspiration for videos is Scott the Woz. Like Scott the Woz,
Oh my god, I love him.
Yeah.
I love the
Good for
format.
him.
And
Yeah.
I feel like I can do the same thing, but from a different perspective. Like not just like, you know, retro games. I can do lore. I can use comedy to show people crazy stories from video games. So like that's my main inspiration. Do you have anything like that that kind of like leads you in a direction?
Okay, yes, I do. It's weird because it's like I like a lot of things, right? Like there's like a lot of channels that like really get me going. Okay, this is a weird one, and I know it is because he said some shady stuff. But like you can't deny that JonTron's videos aren't like the highest quality. And it's like I think his like the way that he integrates like skits and all that stuff into his series is just very good. But he also finds a way to like make the production value of his videos so big and grand. And I think that a huge problem with him is that he just can't upload frequently because of it. But then like another person, so I like JonTron as number one, right? Like I enjoy that kind of like his kind of style. But like I like AlphaRad, I like Point Crow, because they do like big challenge stuff that's just fun to watch because nobody would ever do it. Like Point Crow staring at ice melt for 10 hours, or AlphaRad trying to ride every Disneyland ride in a single day. Like it's nice to see channels like that for me because it's like they light the fire under your ass and they also make you redefine what you want out of your content. If you ever watch somebody that inspires you, like you come out of that video as a creator, you come out of it like excited because you know that that's possible. You know what I mean? So I would say JonTron does that to me. AlphaRad, Point Crow, Nakey Jakey, he re-inspired my love for green screens. Because I tried to do green screens, and don't look this up, I promise. One of my first videos on my channel is called Games Radar, because I wanted to do like a little gaming news show. And I used green screens in it, but I never had a good green screen setup, so setting that up took hours. I made an entire stand out of PVC pipes and all that stuff. And I loved green screens, but then I decided it wasn't worth the hassle. And then I saw like Nakey Jakey who used them so efficiently, and I was like, my God, man. I could do that again with a less shitty setup, and now it's my.
And then Elgato came out.
And then Elgato with their fucking pull-up green screen.
Yeah,
and then
everyone has
King
that.
has just gotten better since back then because I'm old. But yeah,
I'm not that old. I think you're younger than me, actually.
Am I?
No, hold on. I don't think so, actually.
I'm surrounded by senior citizens.
I think you like
Hey,
once mentioned
we're
your
the
age.
LPP though.
I am. That is true.
Alright, you wanted to do a
Nicky boy.
Quits League still part of LPP.
Yeah, what the
sure.
fuck? Half the people here quit League of Legends.
I'm gonna actually check right now if I'm still part of it because I know that they're doing the purge soon.
I mean, to be fair, like
Merge?
They always send like a. All right, yeah. They send like a thing where it's like, hey, we're updating terms. Sign this. If you're,
Oh, EU don't do that.
And then
oh, yeah, we never.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in the EU.
dude, what the fuck, really?
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen in the EU.
You guys don't have that? Dude, do you guys at least have penis inspection day?
No, we just manually type the size into.
I don't want to
into
join
a
the
sheet.
LPP anymore. I think
Oh man. No, but yeah, we have to sign a thing like every few months where it's like, sign this if you're going to still be an LPP, that 40% of your or like, what is this, like 60% of your content or some shit. I think it's 30.
Yeah.
30% of your content is still League of Legends, blank, 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 blank. And
Wow.
they
Like
sent that.
hassle? What the heck?
Yeah,
We don't
they
do
sent
that.
They sent that recently, and I just didn't sign it because obviously I'm not going to number one
Oh.
lie, but also number two. And I don't want to be too toxic about this, but it's like that's such a bad thing. It's such a bad thing that they do that you have to have 30% of your content being League of Legends, because it
Yeah.
cements you into having to make League content no matter what, which can be bad for your channel if you're trying to branch out. You know?
I mean, 30% is not that big of a deal, I would say. It's like one
okay.
video out of 3. It's like not too hard. But then
I
at
don't
the same
think they
time, if you quit
realistically
League, then
enforce
why
the
would you
rule,
keep the
though.
LPP, like all the League and logs?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, the reason why 30% matters is because how YouTube works is they will always push out your best videos. So say I'm a League of Legends creator and I'm trying to do other stuff, right? YouTube will push out, can we talk about this? Garen. And then I do a cooking video, and then I do another video. YouTube itself will be like, well, this Garen video got 300,000 views, but this cooking video isn't anywhere near that on the first day, nor is its trajectory. So we're not going to put as much effort pushing this one out as his next big video that will pop off. So you become like this weird middle ground where it's like your 1 out of 3 videos has 200K views, and then your other 2 have 30K or 40K. And then it becomes like a mess, because you're always going to be compared to your best videos, which will be League if you make League content. That's just how it works. You know, if you make League content and people know you for League content, your League content will always be the thing that succeeds. And that can be a problem when you do League and then try to do something else. I think May of this year, I uploaded 30 videos in a row. In December of last year, I uploaded 30 videos in a row. And you can directly tell which videos were League and which videos weren't League, and even the drop off, where the drop off shouldn't have been that bad, they would just get drowned out by the League videos, you know. So it's a lot.
That's what I'm a bit scared right now, because I'm not quitting League. Like when the new cinematic comes out, which we are totally getting a cinematic, guys.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
I mean, the wards.
For sure we are.
They wouldn't do the wards if there was
You're
no
right.
cinematic.
Then again, they could say a word at least. But so you know, when cinematic comes out, I'm gonna be covering the cinematic. When we get more info on Arcane, I'm gonna be probably doing like reviews or like explaining the trailers and stuff like that. So like I will still do League content, and like when a new champion comes out, hell yeah, I'm gonna still explain their lore. But
yeah,
you know, I'm
You're
also
gonna be
doing
Runeterra content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
there you go.
But like and at the same time, I'm now gonna be covering other games, and now I'm scared of the fact like, what's gonna happen to the algorithm? Like,
I think you are one of the only people on this planet that will be fine, because you cover lore and people like lore, and I think it's an easier sell from you being, say, a challenger player in League of Legends to playing Undertale, you know. But if you, like, your best thing is you know how to figure things out and explain them in a concise way, you'll be able to translate that to like anything, and that's why I think you'll do fine. I don't think people who watch
that's
lore
why
are
I haven't
only
been.
gonna watch lore.
That's why I haven't been really afraid of the change, really, because I kind of trust myself at this point. Like I know it's gonna be hard, but I know I can make it. It's just like it's really unpredictable as to like what's really gonna happen. And that's the scary thing.
Yeah, baby, I know what you're talking about.
It's like you know what's gonna happen, but do you really?
Yeah, no,
Yeah. It's like unless people like make content on YouTube, I don't even know if people know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like you always have a plan for your content, and then like, you know, all it takes is for one video to not do that well, and now you're gonna be questioning like, is this really the right option?
Yeah.
Or am I actually doing the right thing?
That is part of the territory where you make your entire life based off a funny number on internet. Like,
you know? And then YouTube is forcing it into your face, like, oh look, this video is not doing that well. Look. YouTube
goes, hey, yo, check it out. You suck.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. They give you confetti when you get a number 1, and then when they give you a number 10, they start writing your obituary.
I'm not gonna get a number 1 for like forever, because that stupid fucking video I edited in a day is gonna be permanently at that spot.
Oh
Spend
no.
like
And like,
3 weeks on a video.
but like, here's
Nope.
the crazy thing: like, my channel is like directly correlated to the success of League. Like, absolutely. Like, if champions are popular, when I explain their lore, like the numbers are up, and that's like I'm
Yeah.
directly linked to the success of League. So if League is not doing well, I can see it in the numbers. Because Sunday released, no one gave a damn, and like,
yeah.
and I've seen in the numbers that like for the last 3-4 months, actually ever since the Star Guardian event was such a big flop that like I saw the numbers just go down throughout the year, and like no chance at redemption. And like, and I always see like, I release a video and YouTube is like, oh, this is a bad one, it's 10 out of 10, as in, 10th place, not first place. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is your worst video, and then I do another one. Oh, this is your worst video, and then like this goes on a streak. But like, you get to a point where your videos are low, which means that even a moderate success will be #1 video. And I got low, and now I'm waiting for the number one video, and I'm like, okay, it has to come at any moment, and it's still not here. And I'm like, well, this is gonna be bad. And I'm still waiting for like a League to recover, but it's still nowhere in sight.
I've talked to obviously you guys know, like, I'm friends with like the Carp crew and them, right?
Yep.
And it's like, so I kind of talked to like Matt when he like stopped playing for a while, or like quit playing altogether. I talked to Yako when he quit playing altogether, and it is such a unique like sorrow to see your channel go from like you're popping off everything you do to like being told you suck for a couple months because you're not popping off as hard as you were. But then once it regulates, like Yako, it took him 2 years, I think, to regulate. Once it regulates, now he's at the point where he could like release a video and it can pop off. I don't know if you saw his Sonic video.
Yeah.
Wait,
That
I mean,
video-
they are
extremely good as
for
well.
the sake of
That
Sonic.
video got 1 million views in like the first 8 days. And it's like, he's such a talented video maker, and he had to deal with like the quitting of League. And it's such a weird experience from what they've talked about, but I'm glad that I have them to guide me through it. You know what I mean? To be like, hey, just so you know, it's gonna suck for a while. And then I message him, I was like, hey, my video's a 10. And he's like, yeah, it happens.
Which, by the way, you know how I said how like my inspirations work. I'm gonna totally just watch your videos and like look at how you're doing, and I'm gonna be like, I need to do as well. I need to be like him.
My God, do it. I'm trying to learn. Now this is something that like you probably can align with, Necrit, but it's like I learned, and we talked about this a little bit before we started recording, but it's like I learned, like, once I quit League, I immediately learned like, wow, content is about to be so much harder. Because I know that now I'm fighting for my spot versus like, hey guys, League of Legends, right? Hey guys, League good, million view.
Yeah, but it's also exactly. But it's exactly what you said with Jontron, where those videos are such high budget and it's all planned, and
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can like release big videos, like the kinds of videos that I want to release in the same time span that I did before. That's the main thing that I'm worried about right now. It's like, I know the videos I want to make, and I'm having so much fun working on those videos, but I know my videos are gonna be slower, and I don't know what that's gonna do.
And dude, it's that shit. Like it is hard. It is hard to have such big gaps between your content, right? Because if before, like, as someone who uploaded a lot, right, you could release a video and it flops, and you're like, oh well, Friday new video, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like a video comes out and it flops. It's like, oh shit, and then you gotta stare at it for like 10 days.
Yeah.
And it's just every fucking time you check your phone, YouTube's like, hey, by the way, you're dying. But yeah, but it's worth it. Something that people don't understand is like the reason why you are doing it, the reason why I am doing it is because innately we got into content because we really enjoyed making content.
Absolutely.
And once we got to the point where it's like, we can't necessarily enjoy making content about this, even though we knew that we would take a blow from it. It's like, we understand, like, we're trying to just make content we enjoy, because fundamentally this is our careers, but we got this career because we loved it. And if you get to the point where you don't love it, it's going to be tragic. You know what I mean?
It's like no one goes to work, or actually, that's not quite true, but
Yeah,
you know,
no.
people hate
No.
people hate going to work. People hate going to work when they hate the job.
Yeah,
And it's like this is the same thing. Like, you know, we love the job, and then the job got worse, and now we're at the point where we hate the job. Like, swapping content in this sense is the exact same way as quitting your job and, like, you know, getting a new one.
I always had this belief, right, where it's like, let's say you get told right now, right, like you go to school and you get told like, hey, just be an engineer, and you don't care about engineering, and you don't want to be an engineer, and it's never been something that like piqued your fancy, right? There are going to be so many people in engineering that do care about it, and this is what they always thought they wanted to do, and they're going to be in love with it. And now you're going to end up competing against the people who love it while being somebody who doesn't. I feel like loving what you do, it like gives you a buff almost. Not to be XD League of Legends. It gives you like a buff, right? Where it's like you love it, so you put in the extra hours. You want the video to be good. You scrap shit. You know what I mean? Versus getting to the point where you don't love it and you're just kind of slapping it up there for views.
Yeah.
And when I got too far onto the right, where it's like, all right, dude, I just fucking didn't do anything here, and I went XD Cassante good. It's like that's when I was like, I gotta change something because this isn't the reason why.
I had the exact same thing with covering news, because Riot stopped doing anything interesting besides like, you know, they got Arcane and then it kind of died. and it's skins, and it's like my Rift news is all about skins. Like, oh, there are new skins in Wild Rift, oh, new skins in League, oh, new skins in Legends of Runeterra, and that's it. And I'm like,
talk about Winter Blessed for a month.
Yeah, and I'm like, I want to do more than that.
Yeah,
and that's why I really want to do something else.
Yeah, agreed.
That's where the budget is. It's skins. Not even a game mode. Can we complain about game modes again?
Hey, game mode!
Forever and always.
Did you guys
man.
enjoy playing Nexus Blitz this month? Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really cool and non-existent.
And it was so. I loved it. I loved playing Nexus Blitz. What about the PvE thing they did last year?
Hell yeah, Star Guardians. Star Guardians.
Necrit, when's that happening? You promised.
Oh, dude, don't worry.
Just
Yeah,
like
what's
the
my
show
void
get free
event,
work.
Necrit?
Oh yeah, Void Event, definitely Void Event happening.
Awesome.
It's not like I released a video talking about the Void Event that's gonna happen.
And then they just dropped Belveth and left.
And nothing happened.
They're so Chad, bro. They're so Chad. They can just lie to our faces and we're like, okay, yeah, we believe you. And then it comes around and nothing happens.
Could have been like, oh yeah, Cassante also fights Beast, since it's like a Shuriman tribe thing. It's like, oh, they also fight Void Beast, for example. Like, that could have worked.
They did kind of retcon Bakai in that way. That was kind of odd.
That was an odd one.
Still confused about that, and they don't elaborate on like, no, guys, now just actually these random animals are also Bakai now. Like, it's not what Bakai
I think they actually swapped a lot of people in the lore at that time. Like like a lot of writers actually, some just disappeared. They didn't even say they quit, but then you look at their LinkedIn and you're like, oh, they are not at Riot anymore. And I think I might be wrong, totally might be wrong on that, but I think that's the case with Jared Rosen, the guy who wrote
Yes,
in
he's left.
No way.
And not
the
just
guy,
that, apparently he
No
deleted
fucking
all of his
way.
tweets related to League lore.
Wait, what?
I think something awful is happening there with the writers. I mean, it happened before where like writers were mistreated, and then like Jared Rosen, the guy, by the way, the guy who wrote Fiddlesticks, which by the way, I said my views correlated to how successful League is when Fiddlesticks came out, and I covered his voice lines in a separate video and then his lore in a separate video, both 1 million views within less than a month. Like,
as I keep saying, I think they underestimate how like much people are into reworks.
Not even that, just lore in general. Like a lot of people working on the lore, they just like disappeared. And I think like, you know, you said like they were doing something weird with Bagai. I think the writers just may have not been part of the universe, and so they didn't know, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, something really weird is happening there.
God, I just checked his Twitter and yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, something's
What the
happening.
fuck?
Really, and you know, and this guy was genuinely one of the best that Riot had. Genuinely.
Oh, yeah, he was amazing. Yeah, 100%.
He
Even when we
wrote
went
Fiddle-
to the LA stuff, like he was like
anything
lovely.
demonic, anything demonic in League, which is always like that's what people are waiting for. It's like when are we getting the next demon? You know, demonic lore is freaking amazing. Yeah, that guy who thought of everything, he's gone.
Classic Riot Games. But they did give us Winter Blessed. Amen.
I feel very blessed by that. Not even a Christmassy like freaking candy cane. Everyone's waiting for that at least. No.
There was something I forgot. Was it you, Necrit, or Chibiin? One of you guys said it before we went live, or we were talking about like somebody was talking about some game and they said the words were they have a figured out audience.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I feel like that phrase right there, like figured out audience, is what kind of defines the direction that League is headed.
Yeah,
Right,
that,
like-
it's more just to quote that it was Mordog who mentioned it once on stream when he was talking about WoW, and he was like, you know, people don't really want to work on WoW because the audience of WoW is figured out. Like everyone
Yeah.
knows what the audience wants, and they are just gonna make the thing that they want, and there is no real room to like do anything else.
Yeah.
And it feels like League is in the same boat,
Yeah.
quite ironically.
It's like I feel like all of these things that we like complain about, hilariously or not, right? Like it is because Riot
my
found
God.
out who their audience is, and
Sorry.
everything they've been doing is trimming the fat, right?
Okay.
Where can they cut costs? Sorry, go on.
Okay, Chibiin, what did you
it's-
find?
Okay, so Declan fixed everything.
Oh, so
Oh.
okay, animations work again.
Okay.
Okay, good. Oh, is
Nice.
that why you were quiet? Were you figuring it out?
Holy shit!
Slightly.
Yeah.
All right. Animations
alive!
work.
Nice.
We live.
We did it! Yeah!
Discord just changed like the HTML strings for speaking and not speaking, annoyingly.
Oh.
Hey, that's another thing, you know, we can mention. Like, since I'm making like better videos, I actually like learned how to work with like 3D models and stuff. You know, you mentioned that you wanted to do green screens more. I first picked up Unreal Engine because I was like, you know, this is pretty cool to like make games, because ultimately, before I die, I want to make a game. That's kind of my dream. And then, you know, I kind of like picked up Unreal Engine to like do that, and then I was like, oh, I can use this to like get models from games. And when I talk about, you know, games, I can like hand animate stuff from the games. And so like I genuinely just got a brand new craft and brand new ability just to make new videos. I just know how to do 3D models now. So like I ripped the cat from Stray, so I can now like freaking dance with the cat on screen and stuff.
That's so cool.
Do you have anything that like you want to change in the future with your videos?
Yeah, no, a lot. I've been learning color. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve. I've been learning color grading. Just because I feel like I'm a little bit washed out in some of my
I'm
in some of
absolutely
my
awful at
videos.
that, yeah.
I like I'm trying to understand like thumbnail composition. The entire like my entire process in making a video is just different now. Like I think so much more precisely versus just wanting it to be like I turn on my stream and then I just send it over. It's like now I think like concisely, like what do I want out of this video specifically? So like a fun video that like I've been thinking about for a while and I've been like trying to figure out how I want the storyline to be, right? Is I want to beat a video game that I have never seen before without looking at it, right? So I want to blindfoldedly beat a game that I've never seen before. It is like a rhythm game that has like certain aspects to it called Rhythm Doctor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview people for it, and then I'm going to ask them about things, ask them what the overworld is, how complicated menu navigation is, etc. And then I'm going to record myself beating it.
That's insane. That's such a
And-
good idea.
And then understanding how I can make this idea sound enticing before people even click on it is one thing, but also understanding how I can make the video enticing all the way through is another thing. And that is like, I basically have to understand concept at like content. I basically have to understand content at a much deeper level, because now I want all of my videos to feel like a completely structured out thing. So the most recent one I did was 30 days I played fitness games, and that's
Oh, that was
all I
so
did.
good.
That's a
Such
pretty good one.
video.
And that video was edited by Andrew, who is still to this day is one of the greatest editors I've ever seen in my life. He's fantastic. But that video, it's like I had the entire like idea of what I wanted. I knew if I wanted to add this or that, what kind of footage I need for this 30 days, what's the story here. Like, I'm not just gonna like, day 1 I burned 500 calories, day 2 I burned 300. Like, it's like I now am trying to understand how to come up with concise ideas and then tell them well, versus just like another day, another champion, baby. You know what I mean? Like,
I made videos. I just never made gameplay videos. So I never actually was part of that. Like, you turn on your camera, you do League gameplay, and you're done. Even though, like, my channel, people don't know this. I think my channel has been up for like 15 years now. I've been making videos for 9 at least, I think. So, like, you know, while everyone was popping off with gameplay, I was making videos too, but I was talking about lore, and back then no one cared. So, like, I never got to the point where I could do like gameplay. So I always like heard about like how it was really cool. Like, you could freaking do anything in League and it would always pop up because it was League. I never actually had that.
It's like, realistically speaking, what it is like, it is the meta, right? This is such an interesting thing, by the way. It's the meta, right? Like, if you can stream for long hours and get content out of the streams, that is how you most effectively become a content creator. And that has been the case for like the last, you know, however long that Night Blues did it, right? It has been the case for a very long time to try to basically cross-promote stream and content to make videos quickly. However, what has happened over the last few years that people haven't really noticed is that we have hit such a mass of so many people trying to shell out content like that, that now even very, very, very massive names who have millions of followers who pop off everywhere, even they are releasing daily highlight videos on YouTube and getting under 10,000 views. It's because for reasons I wouldn't know and for reasons I can't explain, good content is meta again. How many times, like right now, if I open my YouTube channel, right? If I go, not my channel, but if I open YouTube,
it's gotta be reactions.
No, actually not. I get recommended things that are like, oh, this random MMA fighter who you've never heard about, here's his story. And the video has 700,000 views. And I click on it and the guy's channel has 30,000 subs. It's like, it is no longer like your name is enough to keep you alive, unless you're like Ludwig. You have to offer something different. That's just like how things are. And it's nice. It's great. It is like it is a second boom of YouTube content being so much more creative. I got so lost in what I was saying that I forgot the initial point, but good content meta.
Actually, yeah, hold on. I wanted to say something as well, and I totally forgot it as well. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
I know something with...
Yeah, I definitely know.
Yeah.
I've noticed the shift as well.
It's nice, right? It's nice.
It's very refreshing. It's a really good change.
Yeah.
It's not like
what was it?
completely.
It was like
Wait,
do
you
you have a
upload
Wii
again?
but-
Is that what you're telling
It's like-
me?
Wait, I remembered my point.
It's tough.
I remembered my
go on.
point. So
Yeah.
with you know, making like higher budget videos, since it's slower, I actually thought about, what if I just stream more whenever I can? And I was like, because I stream once a week, which is not enough. Like, I basically stream just to keep my channel alive on Twitch, so that if YouTube eventually dies, you know, I have another place. In hindsight, Twitch is probably not the best place to try and go. But like, you know, I thought about, because like, I think a lot of people did this. Like, when they swap to content that's harder to make and that takes longer, I think people just stream more. And because that, you can ultimately get a second channel, you can get the highlights there, and that's gonna sustain you for long enough to release another big video.
Yeah. Go on, sorry.
No, I just wanted to mention that I think that's like the safest plan that I can go for right now.
There are ways to do that. Like, I would say the people who can stream and still go viral every single fucking time are like Jacob, right? Like Alpharad, right? Alpharad can stream 5 days a week but his content is also really good because he knows how to make content that would take him 5 days of streaming in order to make. For example, right now, you know what a Pokemon Nuzlocke is, right?
Yeah.
He's doing a shiny only Nuzlocke. So he has to catch a shiny. And he has been streaming ridiculous hours, but it's also going to be an insane banger of a video. Like Point Crow, where he does things where it's like he beats Breath of the Wild, but every time he presses A, Link gets bigger. Those are long streams that he's doing, which allow him to be there on stream, but also the video comes out and the video is like exceptional. Plus, this all boils back to the thing I said earlier. I can't remember if it was while we were recording or before it, but a good idea with okay execution is way better than a bad idea with fantastic execution.
That's actually like, yeah, you said it before we started recording, and I'm actually taking that too hard because that.
Nicky boy, tell the lore in one sentence.
Because that happened to me before too, and like now that you actually have someone like word what actually happened, like now that someone explained what actually happened to my channel, like now it makes sense. So I'm gonna definitely take that to heart.
It's so like it is genuinely so. It's such a brain opener. I got another random tidbit that I heard from. I think I was watching like a Mr. Beast on a podcast or something, and I hope this one hits you as hard as me. You should always come up with your thumbnail and title before you make the video.
I never done that, and now that I saw my content, I started doing it for the first time. And now I can show you my thumbnail for my Stray video right now. I have it done. So I know,
like it's so gone.
And it's like because it's with the creativity. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna make the video, and I'm really like engaged in making the video. And at the same time, I'm like, how am I gonna present that? And so like while I'm making the script, I'm also making the thumbnail, and it's just such a fun way to make videos now.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, and it also helps you a lot because you know how many times I had a fully done video and I just sit there like, what the fuck is the name of this? This is just me playing Corky. What am I gonna name this? And I have to sit there and it's like, oh, the highest scaling ability in League of Legends because of the package, and it's the highest. And I had to sit there and figure that out. But then there are times where it's like, I can't find a way to make this video sound good to watch. It's just me playing a champion and nothing different. Now that I like sit there and like think like, what is my idea? What is my execution? What is my title? And it's so much easier. It like makes the flow of everything so much better. It's nice. So I suggest for those Nicky boy, I suggest you take that one too.
Oh, I have thumbnails already made.
Oh, I know.
Like I have videos planned out for I think since September. I have had videos planned out for what I'm gonna do for like 2 to 3 months in advance.
I think you showed me the fighting game thumbnail like years ago.
Oh, that thing was in the works forever.
Even like you showed me that thing forever ago.
The Viego art that I used for the Why League is More Than a MOBA video, that art was supposed to be for a dedicated Viego video, like just talking about why Viego was disappointing from a design and like concept. And then that video ended up, I was just so unsatisfied with how it was turning out that video got scrapped and rewritten like 3 or 4 times, to the point that by the time Ruination came around, I just kind of given up, and Ruination had just kind of become its whole big thing. And then I just made the League is More Than a MOBA video, and I was like, oh, this art is actually perfect for what's happening right now.
I can actually tell you, I can tell you right now an example that I'm planning for the future, and I already know the thumbnail and the title. But even though the video can ship into anything, I have never covered the Ruination book that came out. I never actually got to that. And so like if I now go and I cover the book, it's like no one cares. It's too late at this point. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a video called Viego in the game versus Viego in the book. And you know, you can already like see the title because in the book, like Viego is like Darth Vader. He's like choke slamming people with like the Force, and you know, and then like in game he's like poking people with his blade, and it's like
yeah.
And the difference is from the book. the differences are so massive. So already I know that's gonna be a hook. Like if you see the
Yeah.
title on YouTube, that's gonna be probably a banger. So
That's
yeah,
a fun one.
It's,
I started
it's
planning like
difficult to
that.
predict things. I
It
guess.
is definitely.
Sometimes, yeah.
The Jeopardy video actually did really well. I was not expecting it to do well at all.
People started messaging me to make a Jeopardy game because of that.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, these are good. You need to make one too.
Oh, Jeopardy, yeah.
That was a
so funny.
nightmare to organize, though. Like, holy shit. The
Yeah.
production of that video was so all over the place.
Oh yeah,
So-
speaking of which, speaking of really high production, some people know that I've been working on League of Retcons for over 2 years. League of Retcons, my big video where I had like 50 cameos from people.
Yeah.
Like that video ultimately was a passion project. There was no real like rhyme or reason to like why make that video. I was like, I'm stuck doing news. I just want to do something fun. And so like I worked on the video and I released it as a test of would people be interested in me making videos that have like a high budget and they're like thought through rather than like me just explaining stuff. And even though that video didn't really do that well, it was like it's pretty much average, like that in the middle. There are so many people who told me like that's the best League related video that has ever been. And like it's kind of crazy that sometimes you just make a really good video and within the circle of your own people, it's gonna be the best video they ever saw and it's gonna inspire them for life. But when it comes to YouTube numbers, it's just not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think that all boils back to, it's a sad truth, but it's like, I think it all boils back to the idea that your thumbnail and your title is almost more important than your video sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you can't, and if you don't nail that part, like you're
No one's gonna
fucked.
click.
I have videos that I genuinely think are probably like the best videos I've ever made. I think that I have a lot of videos that like I personally am just sad that they'll not get the numbers of me just sitting there and roasting the league opening ceremony, but it's just like I go back and I look at them now with like a clearer perspective and I'm like, oh, that thumbnail sucked. Oh, that title
Yeah.
blows. I wouldn't clicked that. You know what I mean?
Even actually, Veritasium, I don't know if you know him, science guy on YouTube. He made a video where and that's a brilliant. I will probably link it to you to watch because he made a video where he basically explained the importance of thumbnail and title, and he went into examples where he had videos where he changed the thumbnail, he changed the title. The video went from 1 million views into 50 million views, and so
Damn.
like, and like he has some really amazing examples there. And god damn it, I forgot my point. There was an example where god damn it, no. Hold on.
It
One
HD
thing,
moment.
one thing I wanted to mention is that he actually like showed that. Oh yeah. So one thing is that you change your title if video doesn't work, and it's gonna improve. Like
Yeah.
all you need to do is nail it. And
Yeah.
the other one is that this actually works for your old videos as well. If you go back to an old video and you swap the title and you swap the thumbnail, it's gonna skyrocket. And it's not just like baiting people into watching multiple times. If someone watched it and then they see it again, it's not just that. It's actually like even old videos are working the same way in the algorithm, and so you can boost your old work if you think it was really good.
I've seen that happen actually, yeah. And it's
So
also good practice, right? Like if you ever get bored,
Oh, yeah.
just make a thumbnail for an older video
and just
and
maybe
just
it's gonna
practice it
work.
out. You know what I mean? God, I look
still
at
don't get. I still don't get why on YouTube we don't have A/B testing.
AB.
Yeah,
As in you upload two.
Yeah, where you can have 2 different titles and thumbnails, and then YouTube tells you which one's performing better.
No, didn't they say that they're going to implement like multiple like dynamic thumbnails or some shit? Didn't they say that they're planning on implementing dynamic thumbnails? I could be wrong.
I feel they're too fixated on shorts right now.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah,
just
dude,
fixated on nuking your entire channel if you swore in the first 30 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, rip me.
It's like genuinely like people are like, why are they making this? And I'm like sitting here and I'm like, maybe I should make a video talking about why they are actually making it, because I feel like I'm the only one who actually knows the answer as to why this exists on YouTube. It's because when there is an ad, there's like a Coca-Cola ad, and they are like, "Oh, we are bonding people together." If the ad ends and then someone is like, "Fuck," you know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be really bad for the brand.
Yeah, that was that. You remember, man, this is old, but you remember the Adpocalypse?
Oh yeah. Which
Oh
one?
man, the one where people were finding ads of like Coca-Cola in like Nazi
Yeah.
videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's because YouTube was just throwing ads on everything. And then obviously PewDiePie went under fire because he made a couple of unsavory jokes, and then more advertisers like withdrew. So like
Yep.
overall ads like were a lot cheaper than they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, it is
But like, yeah, that's pretty much why they are doing this to make sure you can't actually harm the brand that wants to advertise.
yeah.
Which means that actually ads are gonna support more creators.
Yeah, I mean it's a good thing in the long run, but the way they go about it, right? The way they
Oh,
go
yeah.
about it is super bad. And it's like, if they could, for example, if YouTube could out of nowhere right now, and this is an awful thing, and they should never ever do it, but if YouTube had the capacity to go, all right, everyone, no more swearing in general, you can't talk about sex or drugs, the amount of advertisers that would come to YouTube would be ridiculous. Because it's like, all right, now every single video is going to be PG. We're Coca-Cola, we're down to put our money in. But that would obviously kill the platform, right? If you couldn't swear or say
I don't know,
do
because
sex or
actually-
drugs ever.
That's what would be interesting, because I don't think it would kill the platform, but it would kind of like force creators into making as many videos as possible, because you know the ads are just gonna be ridiculously awesome for them, but they are not gonna think about the quality of the videos.
Yeah, yeah.
But then
Yeah.
there's already YouTube Kids, so it's like, you know, it's PG videos because it's catered towards.
No, but YouTube
Kids.
Kids does not have ads, I believe, at all.
It's not meant to.
Yeah, yeah.
Or yeah, that.
Isn't that like illegal?
Oh yeah, in
What-
some countries it is absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
In some countries, that's the thing. But I
Yeah.
think they're still monetized in the countries where there isn't laws against it.
I
But
remember seeing a
meanwhile,
video.
children's TV go ham on the ads.
I remember seeing a video of what was it? It was a Mario Party. There's like a million Mario Party channels, and they just are random AI versus AI gameplay, and they upload the same videos across like a bajillion channels. And kids, they click on it because it's like Mario saves the princess from Luigi, and it's just Mario Party gameplay. And all of these Mario Party channels combined make like millions or some shit because it's meant for kids.
I know what to need
And
to
kids
do
are too-
tomorrow.
I mean, like,
And-
genuinely, by the way,
I'm down. I'm down.
genuinely, I've been kind of like wondering, because every year YouTube does a recap, and they are like, this is the best game of the year that was watched the most, and it's always
Yeah.
Minecraft. But it's always Minecraft by like 6 tuple the times of the second game.
Oh,
And I'm like, what if I just like start like streaming Minecraft and doing highlights?
I have been researching Minecraft and like trying to understand it, not like historically, like when Notch invented it or any of that. I just mean like I have been sitting there and trying to understand why Minecraft works so well from like a game design perspective. And I genuinely believe, like deep in my heart, that Minecraft is going to be the game that outlasts every other game forever. I cannot imagine a game outlasting Minecraft in my lifetime.
Like I
It is-
haven't played Minecraft in over 10 years now. I stopped playing Minecraft when they introduced anvils. Like way.
whoa.
I was like 14 maybe.
Okay,
And I'm
boomer.
like, and like,
3,000
and
years
I
ago.
just don't understand. I just don't
You-
understand what's the grip of the game.
It's just
It's fun.
You're
I know
not-
it's fun. I've been there. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what changed in me that I don't understand it anymore.
very quickly, just like the main reason why Minecraft will always be relevant is because Minecraft is meant to be your experience. And the reason why it works so well from a content perspective is every single Minecraft creator has such a insanely different story. SMP is getting attacked by zombies. This one's an RPG. This one, they're all role playing. This guy's a farmer. And it's like, because of that like deep role play universe that they can create, it's just perfect for content. Like, it is perfect.
I just feel like the game is slow to set up though. What I feel like is like if I go and I start streaming it, for example, it's gonna take so long for me to like build a base or like for something interesting to happen. Like when something interesting happens, I know it's gonna be good content.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take a while before that happens. And that's why I feel like if I stream it, and I believe I streamed it once for like 30 minutes, and I felt like I was boring people because it takes a while to set it all up.
It's meant to be like a more chill and relaxing experience, but there's a reason why most like Minecraft content that exists is like people with other people. And it's like Minecraft also is such like a universally loved game that right now, today, and I mean this, right now, if PewDiePie, Tommy in it, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Corpse Husband decided to make a Minecraft SMP, that shit would be #1, period. If they made a Valorant team, it wouldn't work. If they made a League team, it wouldn't work. If they made a Minecraft SMP, that will be the most watched thing ever. Because it's basically just like you create, all Minecraft is you creating your own game. What would PewDiePie do in an open world with Markiplier? Who knows?
Okay, that's an interesting thought actually.
So it's like the hardest thing for to really.
Okay, so when are we starting a server?
I promised myself that I'm not doing a server until I beat it myself. But then I also told myself that the first time I beat it is going to be on this stupid treadmill, so that's going to take a while.
I'll probably crash it with all the redstone I do.
Oh my god!
I remember I love doing redstone.
Did you see that someone built Minecraft in Minecraft with redstone?
Okay.
So they made like a working like PC that plays an instance of Minecraft inside the game itself by making a giant like redstone computer. It's so crazy. That game's nuts. But I was gonna say something. So here's what I was gonna say. So Minecraft, right? The most important thing that like I learned about it is that it will always be the best thing to possess the interest of the viewer. Because when you see League of Legends, and like me, I did League content for a very long time. You can very easily open up my League of Legends video and be like, okay, he's playing Wukong. What does he have built? Blank, 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 blank. So you are interested in me, but you are also the entire time interested in the game. How's the game going? Is he fed? Is he behind? Who's raging? Blah, blah, blah. But in Minecraft, it's like, what is Tyler One doing? What is Tyler One wants to build a house? Tyler One is going to build a house. What's his house like? How does Tyler One respond to this and that? It's just so open-ended as a game that it is meant for you to experience the player more than to just like look at the numbers. Does he have enough arrows? Like nobody gives a shit. You know? It's crazy.
It's also Minecraft is just simple to understand when you watch it, I think. Because if you go into League and you watch a game of League, if you have no idea what the game is, you're just screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Minecraft, he's punching a tree. There's not much to think about.
Yeah, he punches a tree and then out of nowhere there's an entire cathedral.
Okay, that's another thing, yeah. Sometimes you find a temple, sure.
Feels like a game that'd be fun to. I've tried it so many times and it bores me to tears. I can't get through it.
I've been trying to get into Minecraft for like 10 years because all of my friends do it. And I think the game is most fun when you just like, you don't really have a goal for what you want to do. You're just trying to blow some time. Minecraft will always be the game that's perfect for you. Because there is no like quest line, right? It's like, I want to build a house. I'm going to chop a tree down.
I realized in like 2 years or 3 years, 3 years tops, my kid is going to be old enough to play Minecraft and I'm going to be learning through him. Yeah. That's going to be a cool experience.
And I guarantee it's still going to be massive then.
Oh yeah.
The game's going to be huge forever. It's so crazy, man. I've been doing a lot of research on it and it's so crazy. The modding, the people added Elden Ring combat into Minecraft.
What?
So now you could dodge roll. Every weapon you use swings differently. Like it's just they do everything.
I remember that's the one thing that really kind of like lagged behind always is just combat.
Yeah.
There is none really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to
There isn't.
refine
You
it.
just swing
but
and then
it
you
wasn't
wait and then you
great.
swing.
Yeah.
They try to refine it where it's like you have to wait a
Your
second
shield.
instead of just clicking. Oh yeah, the shield, which is awkward to use in VR. By the way.
Yeah.
I saw you doing that VR thing. The swimming looked so painful. I don't know how you went through with that.
I'm not even in horrible shape, and I can tell you with all my ass that it is the most exhausting thing I do, like in my whole life.
3
It
hours
is-
of Minecraft multiple days in a row.
Worse
is
than
really
Ring
impressive.
Ring fit.
Worse
Oh,
than
Ring Fit is fucking. I don't want to talk about that game.
I
That game's
destroyed
big.
my legs and then I stopped playing it.
My
Okay,
exercise
Ring
bike
Fit-
broke, and I tried Ring Fit, and I was bitching, just chibbing about
Dude.
it non-stop
Oh,
back in
oh.
November. Back
It's
in
so
November.
fucked, man. You can't
it's like-
do that.
But there's like multiple levels to that because like if you just play that game and you like exercise your arms, like you're gonna be used to some kind of exercising. Someone who has never exercised just doesn't get the idea that you also need to do something with your legs.
Yeah.
And so now the game is now like, all right, lift a truck with your legs. and that's what actually got me away from the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
Ring Fit. The easiest thing for me was the squats. It was the stupid, like the forward pressing. I just couldn't do that.
Oh my
That
God, we're
killed me.
opposites. We are exact opposites. The squats and the running made me want to die.
Yep.
But yeah, it works for what it's trying to do, but at the same time, it's like I don't think it incentivizes the
No, it
exercise
really
enough to
doesn't.
make it a game. Because it's like it's a game that makes you fit. No, the fuck it isn't. You're going to run into an enemy and they're gonna tell you, hey, dude, do 450 jumping jacks to break his armor. And then do
That's
30
true.
squats to do bonus damage, and then to make a smoothie, squeeze as hard as you can.
That is true actually. If the gameplay was more fun, that would be
Yes.
pretty big success.
So tying it back into the Minecraft thing I'm doing, it's very fun, but it's like I don't notice. And then like in VR, I don't know if you guys ever played VR, you can
Yep.
press a button that makes like your monitor come up, right? So it's like I'm playing and I'm like doing things, I'm like fighting guys, and then I press the button just to see myself on Streamlabs, and I'm drenched in sweat. And I'm like, how did I not even notice? Out of nowhere, it's like 4 hours later.
That's
and
the
I know
cool
this-
way to exercise, yeah.
It is. 4 hours later, out of nowhere, I'm just fucking dizzy. And I know that's bad. I know it's a
Oh yeah,
bad thing.
it happens all the time to me too.
But I'm just fucking dizzy, and I'm like, why am I so dizzy? And I look, and it's just I am a puddle, and I'm like, oh, because I'm dying. So, yeah,
For me,
interesting.
it's because like when I'm supposed to be hydrating and drinking, I just drink Red Bull, and I'm like,
no, bad.
maybe not,
No,
maybe I shouldn't.
do not do that. It's not good for you. But I
It's
also
the
I have a
light
Red Bull right
version.
next to me. I do the exact
Doesn't
same
make it any
thing.
better.
It's the light. It sounds better. Light
I know.
means I'm gonna feel lighter. My head is gonna feel light.
Yeah, you gotta feel fire as you pass out from dehydration.
It's like, sorry, Necrit, your body's not doing good. But I was drinking
No,
Red
man.
Bull Light. Oh, okay, never mind then. You're great.
Where are the wings?
Does it have less caffeine?
I don't think so, to be honest.
No, I think it just has less sugar,
Yeah.
but the caffeine stays the same.
Oh God.
Yeah. It is definitely interesting playing fitness games. And so one of the things, and Necrit, you might vibe with this, but like
Mhm.
something that like scares the shit out of me, right? Is I don't want to accidentally go from like League of Legends to like, all right, I'm gonna play Valorant for a bit, and then here's a Valorant video, and here's another Valorant video, and then I start making numbers in Valorant,
I
and it's
had
like,
this
ooh,
thought.
uh-oh. What is that?
Because like I uploaded my reaction to the new Valorant cinematic on the second channel. Because
Yeah.
on the second channel I just do like whatever I do on stream. If something is interesting, I just post it there. And like
Yeah.
I uploaded my reaction to the cinematic, and then people were like, "So when are you gonna do Valorant lore videos?" And I'm like, I'm not even sure if I want to dive into that rabbit hole because I
Yeah,
know
because-
it's there.
But haven't you
but
done a couple?
the main Valorant lore guy got hired by Riot, so
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so now
open
that
market.
spot is open.
Also, the lore fucks in that game, right? It's so good.
It's because it's done in an interesting way. You go
Yeah.
into the practice range, and there are just like recordings of people talking in the background,
Mm.
and like you listen to like what they are talking about, and that's how you get the lore.
Oh.
And
It's a little confusing.
it can be confusing because it's basically there are two parallel worlds, the Alpha world and the Omega world, and that's kind of the lore behind like why when you play Valorant you can have two people fight each other. It's because there are two Earths on different I don't know if it's like timelines, but universes, and they are both trying to like get resources from the other one, and it's like there's some like real kind of like
That's what the spike
sci-fi
is, right?
Yeah, and the spike is siphoning radionite, and so like one person from one universe goes into the other, so they can siphon their radionite, and then and the lore is pretty cool. It's just like I've been behind on that one. I don't know if I can even catch up, but
It's,
I can totally do that. I mean, again, now that we think about content ahead, I already thought about the idea of like the thumbnail and the video. Like, what if I make a video called "So I dove into Valorant lore again," or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm already, I'm thinking about it, but
You
Oh,
can
I don't
catch
think.
everyone up who hasn't kept up to date with it.
But at least right now, I don't feel like there is a game that would really envelop me enough for me to like start only focusing on another one.
Mm.
At least right now, if like
It's better-
Elden Ring started having a lot of DLCs.
Monster Hunter.
No,
I think
that
it's
one's,
better-
like, once in 3 years.
I think it's better to not. You don't want to do that. I was talking
that
about
would be
Yako
limiting.
earlier, and Yako, not on purpose. Yako just accidentally did 3 Sonic-esque videos in a row,
And he
so
became the
people are-
Sonic guy.
And people are starting to see him as the Sonic guy, and he told me, he's like, dude, I'm done. I am done with Sonic videos. There's too many. Because the Sonic, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Sonic fans are the
They're
most
rabid.
toxic
Oh, they are
fans.
ruthless.
They are the most toxic fans I've ever seen in my life. Me and him, like, we do this thing where we send each other like funny negative comments we get sometimes because they're just so funny and mean. And when he released his video saying that he didn't like Sonic Frontiers, there were so many people like, ugh, it's only been out for a month. You didn't even have enough time to really appreciate the game. And it's like, what? Now you play this game for 1 month?
That sounds so close to what happened to Pokemon, the newest one.
Oh, the
God.
Scarlet and Violet.
You didn't even
really.
you didn't even try the game past the bugs.
You didn't even get all the shiny Pokemon in the game yet, bro. Come on. You can't really say you experienced that game until you caught every single shiny. I don't know. It's funny though. It is really funny. Nothing. Never mind. I don't want to get into it. I'm gonna say it.
All right.
All right. So
It's a league podcast, it's
I've always been really lucky in the sense that like I have never had like toxic people in like my comment section or anything. People have always been like super nice to me, and I'm super grateful for it, right? Because I feel like the luckiest person ever, because it's League of Legends, which is, But anyways, long story short, though, ever since I quit League, I guess it's like there are people who like decided like now, like this is the moment that I gotta shit on Skooch.
He's
now
in
I
his
have,
weakest spot.
he's at his or people who like just like my League content that are pissed and like, you're gonna come back, bro, and then it's just like those people, right? But the funniest thing to me is like nearly every single mean reply. Oh, I wouldn't know because I don't look at everything, right? But it's like every time I like get a really mean reply on Twitter, and I'm like, why is this guy so mad at me? And I click every single time. I look in their bio and it's like something main Diamond 3 peak. And it's like, oh, League of Legends.
Ah.
So it's like a person's like I shared a picture of Reb and someone's like, you're it's dumb that you let your girlfriend post pictures like that or some shit, right? And then I would check and it's like plat to Z main. And it's like, okay, League of Legends. Don't care.
I have that. I've mentioned it a couple of times with like the one guy who just like hate follows me. and just made that
Yeah.
account just to shit on me and,
man.
my viewers. And he changed his name at one point. He randomly, all of a sudden, he's now 6 times Grandmaster Yone One Trick out of nowhere. But he changed his name to I think it was like something Aatrox the World Ender in brackets. I hate Chip.
Oh,
Oh.
personally hates.
Now I got you.
It's like, okay,
down.
buddy, all right. It's
funny.
interesting individual.
Yeah, that's great, dude. Those people, like, and I'm so fortunate because, like, I have very, very thick skin. So it's like when somebody, like, goes out of their way to just be, like, super mean to me for no reason, like, in my brain, I'm like, wow, their day must be horrible. Like, I don't really think about what they're trying to say. Like, but it's just, like, it's so funny sometimes because some people are just like, they need to get it out. Like some people say the most vile, hateful things I've ever seen. And I look at it and I show Rev, I'm like, can you believe that someone sat there on their computer and made these words?
Yeah, there's a human behind that keyboard.
And that's what makes
Like, I probably have like the thinnest skin when it comes to this because I like when it comes to like my craft, when it comes to videos, I have freaking iron will. Like, I will go, I will make videos, and I'm like unstoppable. When someone makes a mean comment, I take it personally.
dude.
And like for me, thankfully it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen when I make a mistake in like a story. Like I just like there's something I just don't see.
Yeah.
You know, I miss something. I make a mistake when I'm explaining a story, and then people can be ruthless, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna throw my phone away, and I'm just gonna go out. Have a nice day. So, yeah, I just got.
And some people send death threats. That's fun.
My favorite.
I have
my
not done
favorite
that yet.
I've gotten plenty.
You want to know what's crazy? I've never gotten one, but people have sent me. This is worse, and I shouldn't present this as a joke because it's not a joke. No, but people have sent me threats about killing Reb, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then
worse.
Yeah, significantly worse. But there was like a guy who like sent threats about like killing Reb, and then like Reb DM'd him and was like, hey, just so you know, like I sent this to the police, like there's going to be like a whole thing about this, right? She didn't, she was fucking with him. And the guy like immediately like, oh dude, I was having like such a bad night, I'm so sorry, like I promise it was just a meme, me and my friends were just talking, we were just like I promise we were just doing it like as a joke. And it was like,
it was so funny to threaten someone's
hilarious.
life. Wow.
And it's just like, bro. But I unless it's like very specific instances, it's so hard to take anything that anyone says on the internet on a burner account seriously. You know, it's like you don't have the courage to say it in real life, and now you have gone an extra step. You have taken an extra step into bitch assness where you can't even say it online. You are now hiding behind two things to be a dick. Like, I can't take anyone like that to heart. So it's at the end of the day, it's always memes to me.
It's always empty. It's like the most fucked up one I had, which is again, they're all empty. It was one guy basically said, oh, I'm gonna fly over to the UK, steal his dog and eat it. And it was
yeah, I remember
the
that.
fuck is wrong with you?
That's so bad.
But like,
I know you're not being serious and you won't actually do this, but like the fact that you can type something fucked up like that, what is wrong?
It's so bad, dude.
I have a question. How can someone who's presenting skins get a threat? Like, what?
Oh, I said something bad about Zoe.
I was about to say, like, how can you, like, your channel has nothing personal. Like, people legitimately used to joke about you being an AI because, you know, you just like present skins and that's it.
Yeah, so if 5 new skins are coming out and it's Zoe, Ari, Zyra, and whoever, the mains want their skins first. And if you don't, the mains who get it first, like, yeah, he likes us more, and the ones who get it, like, not first are like, oh, yeah, it's very
Isn't it always within like hours of each other?
Yeah. People,
Or
some
the
people are
videos
just
are, like,
too
10 minutes
attached
past
to like
sometimes.
these
Oh
characters.
yeah. Okay then.
Yeah, they do. They get so attached.
If I may read a
If you
DM
say
I
a
got
single
from
word
a
about
Kaisa
Yumi, I'm
player.
gonna stab your knees.
No, it's from a Kaisa player who didn't. Like, I don't like Kaisa. I've made that pretty obvious that I think her design is.
Hey,
just
I'm right there. I don't like
awful.
I
Yeah. So, if I may, this is a DM I got back in September. So this is like well after I'd already talked about Kaisa. So they said, "Oh, hello, gay R-word, N-word, prostitute, motherfucker! I will
Rowan?
gang rape your mom if you step foot in Bangladesh and shit talk Kaisa. Your mother is a prostitute. I will put my D in your mom's
Bangladesh?
pee and fuck her hard.
There's gonna be a lot
N-word
of
wanna
censoring.
cry. Put that boring, repetitive word in your glorified bitch. I will tear you apart. Kaisa is boring. More like fucking your mom 3 times a day is boring. Now since I turned her ass, like like that's kind of the kind of shit these people send me. Like it
Classic.
is.
That one had
I just need to
some.
get it out.
Oh,
That one-
and
yeah,
sorry,
that-
they end it off by saying Wild Rift is getting an exclusive champion all because of you, N-word.
Oh,
What?
I have
What
no
Rift is it?
idea,
I don't,
bro.
you want to know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever seen like a Niggy Boy thing that can inspire rage. But you get
Yeah,
some
exactly.
haters, bro. You
He said
get
it
some
didn't like
No.
Seraphine's marketing, dude.
I don't know. It's like it's like I remember when like with Skooch you did the tier list thing of all the champions. It's like when you said that you found Ivern creepy, I took that personally and like hated you because of that. That's the mindset people
Yeah.
like this have, that if you don't like the same fictional characters they do, it's not only that you don't like what they do, it's a personal attack on themselves.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's like
That's why I
crazy
hate when you
Marvel and
talk about
DC
Yumi.
fans are like that too. It's just bizarre.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
totally ready for what's about to come to the channel.
It's I have to like preface now because I would assume it would be obvious coming from a YouTube channel who's not like, you know, a professional in this environment, but like every time I say anything in a video now, I have to like end with "I think" or "in my opinion" or like in anything.
Oh yeah,
like, I have to do that
yeah.
now after everything because
Remember
people don't
when I
understand
jokingly said that Set was 14, or not like jokingly, but you
yes.
know, and
Oh,
people
God,
people.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
that's
because,
one
like, okay,
of a
so-
lot of discussions.
Just to recap, basically, I made a video where I was talking about every single champion and how old they are according to the lore.
Yeah.
For some champions, you don't know the exact number, but you know the events that like limit the range. Like the minimum possible is something and the maximum possible is something. So the minimum for Set was 14. And I jokingly was like, you know, the lore doesn't disprove the fact that Set can be 14. And I was like, you know, if Riot came forward and they were like, Set is canonically 14 now, I would have nothing to say because the lore would never disprove that. And
That's
people
JoJo
took that
moment.
as me basically confirming that like Set is 14, and that started freaking fire on the internet. And like to this day, some people just like never left that, and they were like, "Oh, he's dumb. He thinks Set is 14."
Oh.
Ooh. That's kind of like my mark that I left behind.
That's like people take things out of people think there was like a whole thing for a while. People think that I want Leona deleted from the game. When like
mean, you
the
can want
entire
that.
context of what was happening there is I was talking about how badass the Solari are and how cool their aesthetic is, and Leona looks the worst out of all of them because
yeah.
she was designed 10 years before they figured it out.
Oh yeah,
like-
freaking Leona
so
could have a Ravoon skin.
Yeah, I said in a joking manner when I was talking about like LOR characters, like how cool Ravoon is, and like, can we delete Leona from the game, replace her with Ravoon?
Yeah.
And now people think
Yeah.
that like I actually sincerely want Leona to be deleted from League of Legends. Like that's my agenda. Like, no man, it's just you can't
It's kinda
be humorous
low-key-
about this stuff.
Low-key,
anymore.
I kind of want Riot to do this, like because like everyone knows that champions are just boring now. What if they do the Smash Bros approach, where there is a character, and that character has like multiple versions. Like there is Link, and there is Young Link, and there is I don't know how many Links there are.
Well, that's kind of like skins and stuff.
Scene 3.
Yes.
Very
They're just
much,
gonna
yeah.
No,
monetize
yeah,
the
but they
shit
can
out of that.
release they can release Ravoon, and then but like a skin still has the base champion but changes the aesthetic. What if you take Ravoon and you legitimately make Ravoon a skin for Leona, where it's a different character,
Oh,
has the same
more
ability?
like an Echo Fighter
Oh.
type deal, or like
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're
Yeah.
saying.
I think Smash
I
does
mean-
that, right? Kinda, maybe. I don't know.
not.
You're,
There
you're
is
talking
a
about
game.
Smite. You're doing Smite.
Oh,
Smite.
Injustice 2 does that. They have their premium skins, like with Raiden. You can get the premium skin and turn him into Black Lightning.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
still the
that-
same moveset and
yeah.
everything, but it's like
Yes.
he has the voice lines and aesthetic of Black
Yes.
Lightning.
I
instead
think
of
I think
Raiden.
Riot needs to do that
Also,
because they will be just watering down their champion pool anyway.
Yeah, but then the Leona mains will be upset that she
Kind
got
of
a
like
new
having
skin that
Viego
wasn't
and King
Leona.
Viego.
that would fuck really hard. By the way, I feel like that would make so much money.
Yeah,
if
but
they-
you know, Viego and King Viego, that's still Viego. You would have to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
take a totally different character.
Yeah, I get it.
I think the idea of that's fun, but you know, like I said, the mains of especially of popular champions are ravenous. Like the Seraphine mains got 2 skins, and then a month later, Stargar and Seraphine came out, and they lost their minds that it wasn't
Dude,
on
what
PC.
if
I miss
Seraphine?
Mega.
What if Seraphine had a skin where it was her dad?
Huh?
Oh, they would. They would
He's on the
100%
stage
lose
with
their
that
minds.
animation.
They would go insane in like
No,
the
no,
Riot
worst
would
way
use
on
the
that.
same animation.
No.
Like-
It's not a reskin, as in it uses the same animations. No.
Oh my
No,
God.
but then it would be a legendary skin.
Yeah, you
That-
think the
that takes
Seraphine
too
mains
ma-
are gonna
too many
pay for a
resources.
legendary Seraphine
I mean,
skin
no,
that isn't
but
Seraphine?
every new champion is essentially a legendary skin. Though. It's the same resources. You just don't release a new champion. You release this.
Oh. Yeah, except Riot only released like 4 champions a year anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, give me Seraphine's dad.
Probably less in like next year. Like I would expect them to release like only 3.
But yeah, there are so many
They did say
interesting
this
Four,
is
then
kind of a
cool,
big
but
budget,
There's
didn't
2
they?
confirmed. We got the
Darken?
Ishtali-
Enchanter
Ishtali,
and the dog.
Also, they say
Dog.
first male enchanter ever, like Ivern,
Tarek.
bruh.
Isn't
They,
Tarek an
I swear to
enchanter?
God, they forget this champion exists. Is not there.
Hold on, isn't Tariq?
Yeah,
Enchanter?
Tarek is an enchanter.
Tarek's
I
like a
think.
hybrid though. Tarek and Rakan are like hybrid enchanters. They're not like pure enchanters like Lulu or Janna.
I don't
I
know
think
because
that's what they're
Rakan-
saying.
Ivan is a jungler. He's not an enchanter.
Yeah, he's a jungle enchanter. That's his thing. That's his
He's
shit.
too
Because Kindred's not a
friendly.
marksman now.
Mhm.
It's more so that like that Tarek is like more of like a tank enchanter, and Rakan's more of like an engage enchanter. Like they're hybrids. They're not true pure enchanters, and that's what
Yeah,
they said.
and
the Ixtali
Yumi's
one's
an
gonna be, is a
artillery
pure
enchanter. What is your problem?
That's no Yumi's a fucking plague on this earth. That's different. But
It's just a
it's
parasite
gonna be
enchanter.
interesting. But I'm more excited. I don't even care that's an enchanter because I hate that role. I'm more excited that Ixtal's finally getting anything. That's gonna be nice. Of
Yeah,
more
it's
than
not
one
a new
champion that
made-up
wasn't just
region.
shoehorned into the region. That'll be nice.
I mean, yeah, they said it's freaking during the Ruination was 2 years ago, right?
The
No,
start-
1 year ago.
No, a
No,
year
it
and a
was
half
last.
now.
It was
Well,
last
I
year.
mean, 1.5 now,
Yeah.
because you know
Yeah.
summer.
Yes,
But like you know that's back then they were like, oh yeah, Iana is not present because she is doing something in the story. Year and a half later, still nothing.
Rude. Where's Swain? I feel like Swain would be all over the Absolver. There'd probably be something he'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Gosh
But
darn.
hey, it doesn't have any logic or impact or consequences.
Yeah, it feels like
of
I
this
don't know what
kind
are
of
they. I'm just happy I have other games to look into now.
Yeah, because
I'm
there's
just
no
concerned
lore
that like
anymore as
lore
well.
events are just
And
dead.
and another big reason why I'm really happy to like swap to variety this year. There are so many years. There are so many good games coming.
There
out
are
this
many
year.
years.
Oh,
There are
yeah.
many
2,000 of
years
them.
this year.
There's like 2,000 years at this point.
Because like again,
We're getting up there.
I'm planning ahead. There's gonna be Hogwarts. I hate Rowling. I think the world of Harry Potter has so many plot holes. It's insane. But like, you know, there's gonna be Hogwarts. I'm gonna make a video about like how that game tells a story in the Harry Potter universe. You know.
We
And
should
then,
apply.
And then there is Starfield.
Starfield, yeah.
Bethesda.
Yeah, that's
Bethesda,
gonna be
right?
a disaster.
Oh,
That's
and I'm
gonna be a
ready.
disaster.
If it's good, good. If it's bad, even
It's
better.
probably not gonna be good.
Isn't it maybe like super linear from current rumors?
I don't
Yeah.
know. But if it, again, you know, if it's bad, hell yeah, that's content.
I mean, it's a
I don't
Bethesda
know.
game at this point. It's like,
Yeah,
not-
but the
it's
problem
not
is
really.
Bethesda's so well known for like how buggy everything is. That
Yeah.
should not be a key. Like lots of people are like, oh, just look past the bugs. It's like, I want an experience that, okay, some bugs are okay, but some of them are.
You can do a buggy game right. I think Skate 3 is bugged beyond all repair, but it's like those are the funny kind
But
of
it's a
bugs.
fun one, yeah.
Yeah,
like the good news is that it's the last game on their creation engine or whatever the fuck it's called.
You know what's crazy?
Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be on a new one, so that's probably gonna be less buggy.
I just remembered that all the microtransactions are still happening because of One Horse Armor by
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Yeah, it's just that.
They
What?
still is
One
it
horse
is
armor.
Fallout 76 still going with its
Yes,
microtransaction?
it is, yeah.
Who is
Oh,
playing
yeah.
that?
I don't know about the
Nobody.
microtransactions.
I didn't even know there were microtransactions in that game.
That's how they because they basically turned it into a live service.
It's
like
live service,
They
yeah.
did the Avengers model where they're like, let's make a full price AAA game and then also make it a live service at the same time.
So for the
What
record,
Yep, there's still
Fallout 76
microtransactions.
had an average player of like almost 9k.
Oh,
What? Who?
There are still like at
decent.
least 9k players playing the fucking game.
Who's
I'm-
doing
Must
that?
be good.
Who?
Must be a good game. Maybe we're wrong.
I
Did
don't-
they, if I remember correctly, they did do some really good redeeming changes to it after launch. Like the
Yeah,
launch
like-
was really
like
rocky,
they-
and they did some really good stuff.
they added NPCs into the game, from what I've heard.
Oh, nice. What did they have
were no
before?
No, there were
Was
no
this an
NPCs.
open-
It was purely multiplayer.
There was no land, no buildings. It was just a big white square.
No,
Yeah, but basically,
you are
basically
not
they
too
saw
far.
how popular Rust was and was like, let's clone that, but in
let's
Fallout.
make
Well, Rust
Fallout
is
Rust.
fun. That's the difference.
Maybe
have
Fallout
ne-
76 is fun there.
Wait,
I
I
have
just
never
thought
played
about
Rust.
something. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Okay.
Actually,
Mm.
literally brain went boom. Wait, no, it was about like the new content. Oh yeah, we didn't
games?
get any teasing story or anything regarding this potential.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna be cinematic for the new season.
So,
When
here's
was
the
last
crazy
story?
thing. Here's the crazy thing. Last year, we got 6 stories teasing the cinematic. We got the Sejuani story, which, you know, in the cinematic, there was freaking Sejuani fighting the Earth sign. There was the Pantheon story, because, again, last year, the big part of the cinematic is Pantheon ascending. And, you know, we had 6 different stories teasing the cinematic. This year, nothing. Absolute silence, which is insane.
Where's
This has
the money
never
went?
happened. This has never happened in the past. I have
What
no
did they
idea
do
what's
with the
happening.
money?
I don't know, right?
With all like the skins that they sold the entire year were like
Yeah,
152 skins or something. Like what
people
the fuck
still think it's the
happened
MMO. They
They're
are like,
using
oh,
it-
it's the MMO. We're building MMO. Maybe.
That's
They're
a
using
good
it to sit on. They have the Riot Money Room where everything's made out of solid gold and diamonds.
They paid Lil Nas X.
That must
That's
be
where all
like
the money
so
is going.
uncomfortable to sit on though.
Doesn't matter. It's made out of gold. It's just Billy
expensive.
Tryndamere on the top of it. Just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Just enjoying tea made out of, also made out of liquid gold. They're just fucking consuming it, dude. I have no clue.
That's crazy.
So something I always say when I like have my bouts of shitting on League, which is I don't know, I'm getting it down to like
Every
5
2 or
minutes a
3
day.
days.
Yeah. Something I always say is like I really do feel for like the devs, right? And like
Oh,
the reason
absolutely,
why. The reason why I feel for them is because if the tools were more accessible, I guarantee League of Legends would be like the most fun game ever. Like for example, how
100%.
Dota allows you to create like your own game modes. There's like a lot of user game modes that are fucking fantastic. There are like so many things to do in Dota because the
TFT.
tools are accessible. Yeah,
Straight up, TFT
yeah.
is like a mod for Dota at the beginning.
Yeah, or auto chess, right? Auto chess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then League stole it. But what I'm saying is like if they had the tools that were
It's
like
what they do best.
yeah, it really is. If they had the tools, then like I fucking guarantee League would just be so much better. But in reality, and what kind of always sucks, and it's like the realization I always come to when I have these bouts, 5 minutes a day, is like no matter what, there's nothing that can be done unless they secretly are taking all of this money and they have fucking the brain of Albert Einstein in some jar somewhere creating League of Legends 2 by himself. There is nothing they're going to be able to do to make the game not as stale as it is. So going back to the thing that we said earlier, like figured out audience, right? They understand
Absolutely, yeah.
they understand that their audience right now is happy enough with just playing this game like chess. You know, that's all League is. Realistically speaking, they learned that their audience wants to play this game like chess. They don't have to do anything crazy. They don't have to add things. They can add characters and fine tune it, but this is what the majority of their audience wants to do. So there's no real reason in trying to invest $1 bajillion in making bonus content when that is something that is so uniquely difficult because the game is built on a fucking truck game 13 years ago and it made in a toaster in the middle of a snowstorm, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's and that's what I always say is like no matter how much I shit on League of Legends, I'm shitting on like the entity it has become. I'm not shitting on the people who like made it what it is, or I'm not shitting on the people who make it what it is because all of them I guarantee are insanely passionate. I'm shitting on the fact that now it is just too big to become what I wanted it to be. And since it has gotten out of that, then I just don't think it's going to be possible. And that's why I took my exit. It's never going to be what I liked. And
I
that's
actually
all right.
I feel a bit of guilt in that way actually because I am losing confidence in League's lore slowly but surely because like freaking I don't know what's happening, but like it just froze. Everything froze in place. Like last year, throughout the entire year, we got 2 stories. Normally we get like 14, 15. Like 2022, we got 2 stories. You know, what more can I say? So like, and like I am losing confidence, but in the back there is freaking Rowan, like Riot Latency, who is running Riot Forge. I don't know if Skooch knows much about Riot Forge.
That's the dudes who make the funky.
Yeah, the games, like
games.
yeah, and this guy is like he's the main brain of the operation. Like he's going to the devs, like he's checking on the games. They are making amazing games, and this guy is just doing wonders with the lore because he's basically making entire games around the lore. And so like, if I leave this universe entirely, I'm gonna feel guilt because I know that he's amazing and I know the freaking wonders he's doing there, and I don't want to be like, well, goodbye, I'm not gonna be, you know, just the saving grace of
You can still
this
like
universe.
play their games, but you're not forced to like
yeah, I know,
make lore about that or like talk about that publicly. If you don't want to, nothing stops you from like talking about Song of Nunu when it comes out in like 7 years.
I absolutely
now.
will still, yes. But I feel like,
the game
you know,
is
if
never
they,
gonna come out, but when it does,
like,
you can definitely ask your kid
but
to
like,
like
what
play
if,
it.
What if they release a story that's like gonna be leading into the game or something? I will feel the urge like, I want to cover it because I know freaking they deserve it.
Yeah.
But you know, but I can't because that's not my content anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But is it really
yeah.
your fault, or is it their fault for
It's
like
not.
taking
No,
10
no,
years
it's not. I know.
to actually do something worthwhile?
Yeah.
I mean, they
It's
didn't
very-
take
yeah.
10 years, obviously, but like...
It's not my fault, I guess.
No, it's not.
It's-
That's the thing. It's not yours. You did something that you were passionate about, and that was cool and everything. But like, if they take 5 years to release a game, or like to finally polish, or like release more than 4 stories in a year and such, that is not your fault. You did what you could do.
Yeah.
Like that's on them. If if the interest of the people die down, that is on them. That is not on you.
Yeah. I guess I will just always cover those games anyway because freaking Riot Forge is amazing.
Oh yeah,
And
100%.
Song of Nunu and Convergence and weird pixelated Demacian game
In
and also a Shuriman
2027,
game.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's be hyped.
I hope we get another Forge Direct.
Yeah, I love the last one. That one
Yeah.
was so good.
When did that even happen? That was,
was like 2 years ago.
Back in 2014.
When Ruined King came out. Exactly.
Yeah, it was
that's
when
the day.
Ruin King came out because they announced that, hey, we're
After
releasing this right now. Haha.
I still think that was a mistake to be like,
Yeah.
it's out now.
Should have released it for like Christmas or whatever, or like some corrupted Christmas thing.
At least like give people like
I'm torn on it because, yeah, there is actually lots of statistics showing, hey, wish lists actually help increase sales versus just launching. Since they did that, but it is nice just to be told, yeah, it's out now, you can go play it. It's like, oh, I can go. Ooh. You know, it's nice, like from that.
I remember,
you know,
thankfully,
not as many people
I had
realize.
COVID. Yeah, I had COVID at the time, so I just literally stayed at home and streamed Ruined King for 40 hours.
And you missed
Straight.
meeting up Skooch directly in LA with me. Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't there. I got COVID, so I couldn't drink with you. I heard you drank a lot.
Oh yeah.
Chibiin told me
Oh.
you had quite a bit of shimmer.
Yeah. To be fair, there was a reason. And it's a bad reason, but there was a reason. And it was that so Riot invited us like last minute, right? And then they invited us and they told us like, all right, here's your tickets, right? And on the tickets, it said where the event was. They also said, here's your hotel. Or they also said you have a hotel room. And I was like, awesome, dude, a hotel room and a event ticket. That's so cool of them, right? But then nowhere, anywhere did it say where the fucking hotel was. So I had to spend like 3 hours looking around, trying to like go through every kind of interaction I have. Like, is this posted anywhere? Until finally, somebody I know in real life tweeted like, yeah, I don't know why they put the hotel here. And I DM'd them. I was like, hey, where is the hotel that Riot put everyone? Because they never told me. And then he was like, oh, it's this hotel. And then I called him. I was like, is there a reservation for me? And they're like, yeah, there is. And then me and Reb, like at this point, we ended up getting to the event late because of how long it took to figure out where we had to go. So we got there late, and I was like, you know what? To get Riot Games back, I am going to drink them into bankruptcy. So I abused their open bar.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I told you, I don't think I told any of you this. So about like a week later, right? Reb's friend who lives in the UK DMs Reb and is like, whoa, dude, I can't believe you guys met Ludwig. And then Rev was like, huh? Because we were super drunk. And she was like, what? She's like, yeah, no.
Ludwig was at the event, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, he talked about meeting you guys on this podcast. And we were like, what the fuck? So he links us the podcast. And Ludwig's like, yeah, I met, Skooch and Rev, like the Mareep couple or whatever, and they were really nice. And we did not remember meeting him. So we found out that we met Ludwig from a UK friend that was watching a podcast.
That is actually amazing.
That is amazing.
I ended up meeting him again later for like all the Grubhub stuff I did, which was fantastic. I love the Grubhub people so much. But it's like I met him after, and I was like, yeah, dude, my bad. I very clearly did not meet you in the best way.
At least you got invited.
Yeah. Speaking of LPP, no, I'm just kidding. All right.
It's just they fucking crossed out that was reopening in the first half. They fucking crossed it out. They haven't updated it since.
I mean, they're gonna reopen in 2022. Believe.
Nah, didn't they? I think they like crossed off the entire article. They were like, just no.
No,
one-
they crossed
Don't tell
out how
anyone.
it said that we're planning on reopening them back up in 2021. They crossed that out, and so it just says we're delaying opening applications back up for 2021. We're working on adding more value to the program in ways that we hope creators will be more excited about. We have more information on what we've got cooking in the first half of 2022.
It
And
just
they
feels
have not
like
updated
cut
it
the
since.
budget of the
Yeah,
program.
man.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
There's no budget.
Oh,
man.
Also, by the way, it fucking like I want to go to a freaking event and I want to meet people, and I was like, finally, Arcane, Arcane premiere is happening, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna finally meet someone. Nope, COVID.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was like, I
never-
finally want to meet people, and he was like, hey, Deck, I'm too introverted. Can you come with
Oh
me?
yeah. I was like, I want to go, but I don't want to go alone. Like, I don't want to go freaking to like over the ocean to another freaking alien space. I don't want to go there alone. And I'm like, "Can you come with me?"
Can't
I was just
believe
like, I'm
you
too
asked
busy, ask
Declan
Chibiin.
before me, and I was just like the second option. Wow, I feel betrayed.
No, because I was like, you know, Riot probably has like his contacts and stuff. They can probably like set it up sooner because it was all really quick. I was like,
Yeah.
well, he doesn't want to. Okay, Chibiin, and then I got COVID, but Chibiin still went.
I mean, it was the best because we weren't sure until the last second if I was able to make it
Oh,
or
yeah.
not. Because they didn't know if they would still allow
yeah.
me to fly there.
Well,
Good times.
That was I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound, but that was probably the coolest thing I've ever been to in my life.
God.
Yeah,
Also, no.
but it was.
Ironically, that's the most money I have ever made that month because I got COVID and I worked on Arcane videos, and
Yeah.
I legitimately, I don't think I will ever see that kind of money again in my life. It was insane.
Yeah,
So I like,
lots.
ironically,
Unless you sell
ironically-
drugs.
I just
You could do
made the
that.
most out
You
of
could sell
that.
drugs.
Yeah. Shimmer.
Awesome. You do
Yeah,
the
it was
old-
like
You-
my
you
don't
can
sell
buy
yourself
the-
short either.
Warwick interactions video that blew up because of Arcane as well.
Yeah, and which is why, like, you know, like I had everything planned. I was like, you know, this year is Arcane. The next year is fine if it flops because the year after that there's gonna be Arcane and I'm gonna survive again. However,
Arcane is 2024 now.
yeah, there is no info, and they said like, oh, the script for Arcane 2 is finished, which means it's probably not coming this year.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
So I can't even rely on that, or you know, that's yet another reason why I'm swapping away from this, because originally the plan was every other year I can rely on Arcane. However, it's not happening.
Yeah. I'm
Man.
sure you could, if they release a teaser trailer, you could make that into like 3 or 4 videos.
Yeah, I will probably do that. I will.
How does
I'll give it a
Warwick relate to
go.
this trailer? How does Sage relate to it? Just keeps going down the list.
And again, that's why like my one of my backup videos, in case stuff goes wrong, is I will just tell people what other stories Riot should focus on after Arcane, because Piltover is not the only place that's interesting.
Oh wait, really?
Darken Saga. Give me
It's
the
not
Darken,
just-
please. Or Shurima. Just
No,
give me the
no, freaking
Shurima
the
story
freaking
arc.
racists in Demacia are amazing.
But we've seen that in comic form already. I want something
we
haven't
have seen
in
Jinx
media
and
already.
Ziggs as well in comics.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying, give me something that we haven't seen in like a media form yet. I want to see the Shuriman story arc. Shurima's the best region because every single character is morally gray. That's why it's so good.
Oh, that actually reminds me. Okay, hold on. So, oh my god, I will not mention the writer's name, but there is something freaking that like broke a little glass in me. So, you know, when I like think of like writers who did amazing pieces on lore on League and stuff like that, I'm like, you know, freaking amazing. Like, you know, these guys take their passion, they make great stories, and you know, freaking they push League forward. And then like by pure coincidence, I was like looking at like writers who like worked on League in the past, in like during like the Burning Tides events. You know, that was like the first lore event that ever happened was freaking Gangplank rework. And I looked at the guy's LinkedIn, and in there, even though like this is the guy who was like passionate and he like pushed it all, in there it's written that like he worked on the event that made the most underperforming region rise, and now it increased your sales by 50%. And I was like, God damn it! These people who are passionate about lore made those events because it made freaking Bilgewaterian champions sell more. And I was like, I felt a little betrayal, where like I was like, wait, this is all motivated by money.
Shocking.
That's the only way you
telling me
can get
10
Riot's higher ups to agree
like-
to anything.
Yeah, but like it clicked in, and like everything makes sense now. I was like, a lot of these are not actual like passion projects. It's all money. The stories are there to sell the champions anyway.
It's like the LCS right now.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
LCS
yeah.
is doing like a bunch of cuts just to,
Oh, yeah,
LCS
to
is-
save money. It's
Oh, I know it is.
doesn't look
It is
great.
doing not good. And it's crazy because they just announced the best roster we've had in a very, very long time. And they're doing all of these cuts, even with our biggest stars ever playing on the same roster. AKA Bjergsen and Double Lift are back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Double
And it's-
lift.
And it's like they used to
Yeah.
pull so many views, and now it's just like they're cutting everything. Oh, so tragic. Oh well.
Yeah, you can always
I think I
watch
kind of
the
just lost
VLC.
interest in LCS.
Me too.
Regardless.
Me too.
I think it was just like not only it's one thing to have your region lose every time, like whatever. It doesn't matter. I kind of expect that. But now the people playing on NA aren't even from NA and are still losing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so now I really have no reason to watch at all.
I mean, I was about to say that happens in every sport, but if they are still losing, that's unique.
Yeah, well, that's why it's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's one thing, like fine, get some imports in there, you want to win, sure, but you're still not winning. So it's just, what's the point?
Man.
I mean, it's
Paying
better than
$5 million
Overwatch.
per player.
It's better than
Dude.
Overwatch having
Oh,
it
no.
country based.
You wanna know something that gets me?
Uh-huh.
And it's so silly. But so ever since I stopped playing League, which by the way was it was a lot longer ago than some people on the internet think. Like, don't get me wrong, I was still playing ARAM like once a week if my friends asked me to, right? But ever since I stopped, right, and started sobering up from League of Legends and sobering up from this game, that at night this would be the game I played. I didn't play anything else, right? I slowly started to see things for what they are versus how I used to see them. And now I still follow everyone I followed before. I wasn't I'm done with League, goodbye person. I still follow League creators, right? That do League stuff. Even though I probably don't ingest that much League content anymore because I could care less about the game. And as a person that is sober from League of Legends, looking into it from the outside, I completely understand why everyone thinks this game is radioactive. It is so negative. Nearly every League of Legends tweet I've seen pop off in the last month or 2 months has been people they need to revert this change. This change destroyed the game. Oh my God, they're nerfing this rune, which is the only reason this character's meta. Why hasn't Riot changed this item? And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this shit is not normal.
See, and you
It's
used to
not
be
normal.
there. You used to be
I
there
was-
being
I was not just
slaking.
there.
You're
I was
correct.
I was really a big part of it. I was one of the main guys. And I
Yeah.
look at it and I'm like, I look around and I fucking look at Minecraft Twitter and people are like, haha, built a house. And I'm like, what?
look at
What do
this
you mean?
frog.
You're not mad at the fucking wood being less meta than the oak? What do you mean you're happy? I'm looking around dude, come on, man. It's so
Look at
crazy.
In the meantime, Fortnite is having freaking disco parties and like freaking.
Look at yes, dude. Fortnite's adding a hammer that lets you bounce off of the ground, get anti-gravity, and then blast the floor, and then you can swap into fucking your All Might, All for One Detroit Smash and kill Goku. And then that's
another thing. I never understood. Like, I genuinely think Riot should just take freaking sponsorship from all the other universes.
Yeah,
give me Naruto as a skin for Yone. Freaking just do it. Who cares?
You already have Heimerdinger in Among Us.
So crazy.
That's enough.
It's genuinely just so crazy, man. It's so crazy. Looking
it
at
works
it
so well. Freaking just do it. If you want to revive the game, who cares?
They again, it goes back to like figured out audience.
Yeah.
But man, it's I kid you not. It's like when people like, I don't know. It's almost feels like I woke up from a coma. There you go. Just like I woke up and I'm like, yo, what's going on, guys? And then everything's just on fire. And it's like, oh shit. Like people complain like, they said that they were gonna do this rework this long ago, and now they're saying it's gonna take another year. It's not normal to go, okay, I'll wait a year and I'll still play this. That's not, every other game is like, hey, here's a patch, here's a couple new levels, here's a new character, go have fun. League is like, by the way, guys, we didn't make any game modes because we broke something. Sorry.
And they tell you that 6 months after.
Yeah, they do.
Actually, recently, Mordog mentions another thing. Apparently, TFT broke because like something changed on Summoner's Rift. Like they made a change, and it broke TFT. How
bad.
That's just not
how
good.
Is that possible?
This is so bad.
I guess they changed the building block, which powers.
No. Something with UI. Something with UI.
Oh, was it the UI stuff again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
don't try get me started.
I don't. Also, another thing, Mordog also mentioned another thing, and that it's crazy that no one else.
League?
No, unfortunately.
Then it doesn't matter.
Because
no, he's crushing it in TFT though.
He mentioned that the it's kind of interesting to see that no other developer is trying to make auto chess, and like TFT is the only auto chess. But he mentioned that like it's probably because everyone is underestimating TFT, because TFT apparently, even though no one's talking about it, is doing insanely well, but companies just TFT, didn't realize it.
You can't. Okay, so Riot has done this multiple times. Like you can't. Like you can't make another auto chess because now you're competing with the people who already have TFT.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing. When Riot, these fucking geniuses, when Riot made TFT, they made it a part of the League of Legends client, meaning they got to share a spotlight with like the biggest game on earth. No shit, it's going to be a random mod. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it is genuinely so ridiculous. And now it's like nobody else is ever going to try to make another auto chess because it's like it's the same thing when I see people make MOBAs, right? And it's like a new MOBA in the works. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? There is nothing you're going to do to take people out of League of Legends. You physically cannot do it.
Yeah, you have to. You have to change the gameplay entirely.
You have to literally like look right now.
3v3. That is like a hockey thing.
I was about to say.
Those people are so awesome. The Odyssey people, they're so great.
Yeah.
Freaking I love that game.
The best.
But what was I saying? So it's like look at battle royales, right? PUBG comes out. No game. There were multiple games trying to compete with PUBG, right? And none of them were doing well. But then Fortnite comes out and has this building aspect. And now it is PUBG, but there's building and it's third person and it's a little bit goofier. PUBG was third person at first and then became first. Okay. And then after Fortnite, there were other games trying to be battle royales, but the game that comes out and succeeds alongside Fortnite is Apex Legends because now it's a hero shooter. You know what I mean? There is nothing you can do to make auto chess. Like, what are you going to do to capitalize on that very specific?
I feel like Apex and to a certain degree what's happening with Call of Duty, even though I've not played Call.
Oh, Call of Duty, Call of Duty is another.
Because these two succeeded because the exact same thing happened as what happened with Riot, where Riot had League to kind of like push TFT. Here, freaking everyone knew Titanfall was freaking amazing. Like people love Titanfall, even though Titanfall didn't really blow up because I think there was another game that came out at the same time. But people still knew freaking Titanfall, amazing. So, Apex Legends came out, part of the same universe, freaking amazing. And Call of Duty is still, it's kind of Call of Duty. So, it's kind of happening the exact same thing again. But yeah, like for these games, they are pushed forward by something else that came before.
Yeah.
I mean, FIFA was pushed by like the 23 games that were pushed before.
FIFA.
Is true.
Please don't.
What about Madden?
Oh yeah, Madden.
Same.
No, Madden. It feels like Madden is kind of like they were like, oh yeah, the last version didn't work. Okay, let's go for the one that came before that.
No, it did work. That's the problem.
Also, let's not talk about WWE.
Oh boy.
That one.
At least the wrestlers kind of change more frequently, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's okay. What about Logan Paul? Isn't he there?
No. Oh God, no. We don't talk about that scammer.
Wait, did he go into another forest?
Dude, I don't have.
I have just I don't know much about him these days. I just know he's scamming people pretty badly, but also he's part of the WWE. Is he?
Oh, that yeah.
Is he in the games actually? He has to be, right? That's the rights.
That's the license. I don't know. I don't know if he's.
They have to put him into a future game because that's the license.
But the Da Vinci brothers are also wrestlers, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they were wrestlers before all the other stuff, right?
Yeah. They were wrestlers, like they still are, but like they're also influencers now with the Da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
Da Vinci? What?
Wait, you don't know the Da Vinci brothers?
No, I do. That's what they did, right? Da Vinci?
Yeah, no, but it's like Necrit. Wait, Necrit, you don't know?
No, I
them?
don't know. Actually, I don't.
I don't know them either.
Wow.
It's weird that they're actually
I don't know the
unironically
reference.
funny. Like that's the most baffling part to me, that they're actually funny. They look like they should be
What the
painfully
fuck? I
unfunny,
gotta
but they're
paste it
actually
in the
pretty
channel.
good.
It's them. It's like these like
I've
Voros
seen them.
twins.
Okay, I have
That's-
seen them.
Yeah.
Oh, them. Oh.
Da Vinci.
Okay.
They are wrestlers, which is crazy. Like they have a wrestling career else than like being an influencer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we got similar looking influencers in the UK that spawned from a talent show. They have like very similar hairstyles, so I can't. I see them, I just think
I
of
wanted
the
to make a
UK one, I'm
joke.
just like,
I wanted to make a joke that it's bro fresco.
Oh no, not Aiden. Oh no. Oh, the poor guy. I hope he's doing okay nowadays with all the
so.
influencer stuff.
What does he even do now?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Influencer manager, right?
Last time I checked. Last time I heard he actually had Logan Paul signed on for something he was doing.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Okay, fun fact. I never told
I don't think
anyone.
you told me that though.
I haven't told anyone, but fun fact. I'm still part of a gaming network on YouTube, and I'm trying to leave, but apparently the gaming network dissolved like a year ago, and I'm stuck.
Oh
no.
Have you contacted YouTube in any capacity?
No, I mean from the YouTube thingy, from their system, I can just like disconnect them, and there's like 30 days, and if they don't do anything, I'm out. But it's kind of funny that like the company went silent, no one said anything, and it's like they were bought by someone else, and like I tried to message their email. Yeah, their email is gone. It's offline, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
what do I do now?
Their website is still up though.
So, yeah, I'm still getting paid technically, so like their system has to work, but they are like, okay, so they bought us. Let's just not tell anyone. Let's just stay quiet.
maybe they won't notice.
And yeah, so I'm just like trying to leave, but it's really difficult.
That's rough.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, gaming networks were.
I'm gonna get out.
When did
Like,
they
it's
start?
just-
Was it like 2016, 18 when everything blew up with machinima and shit?
Oh yeah, no, Machinima was. Oh, that was a freaking. That's an OG abuser of channels. that's a channel molester right there.
Yeah.
Ew.
Holy shit.
I mean,
don't really
if
like
you
it
look
being
into what they
described
did,
like that.
if you look into what they did, that's not too far away. Having an 80-20 split with the network where the network takes the most,
Yeah.
that's insane. But yeah,
That was
Machinima.
another time. It was like, I was
Yeah,
early days, you know.
Oh yeah, the freaking
Yeah.
early days of YouTube. You had to be with a network, otherwise you couldn't
Yeah.
monetize.
Yeah, like I was with Maker Studios.
I was too
like,
for a while,
Straight,
but
straight away. So I was part of the game station
Yes.
originally in 2012.
Wow.
60-40 contract.
Oh yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
I was too.
Painful.
I think most people
Man.
were.
Yeah, then they bumped
I
up to
wasn't.
70.
If you negotiated.
I fortunately never signed with a contract.
Oh.
You lucky dog. Wait, did you just
Yeah,
like?
I wish I never did, but
Did you get
I
to?
was,
Did you
I
get?
was too scared.
Were you just like straight up from YouTube, with YouTube from the very beginning? Did you
What do
just
you mean?
not have a network?
What do you mean? Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, I just
Because
didn't-
because
Yeah,
because
you were
in the,
just
in
with
the-
AdSense the entire
because yeah because in the earlier days there wasn't the option to like have your own AdSense unless you were
There
like
was.
a big corporation.
No,
Oh,
That
interesting.
was so when I first got monetized, my first YouTube channel, which ever got monetized in 2011, that was through AdSense. But what happened was my AdSense got closed for fraudulent clicks, and then I couldn't unbind it from the YouTube channel, so I then had to make a new
What the
YouTube channel.
fuck?
Jesus.
I thought it
And
was like nearly-
technically,
I thought it was
technically, I shouldn't have my current AdSense account because you're only allowed one AdSense account. So technically, I'm breaking YouTube's rules, but there's
Oh no.
some caveats. So I'm actually.
And you
not
said
breaking.
that during the podcast, so you know people
I-
will use that against
So
you.
that's
Jail.
fine. They can try because my current AdSense is under a company rather than me personally. So it skirts around the rules.
That's smart.
But that's the only reason I stick with an MCM for so long, because I was scared of just AdSense just closing my account and then that's it. Your channel's locked. You can't change AdSense account. You can't sign up with an MCN afterwards. So that
Yeah.
YouTube channel is just, it was essentially dead.
That's the business side that no one knows about unless you make videos. That's really weird.
There's so
I
much.
don't think it can really happen anymore unless you essentially truly bought bots to try bump up your ad rev.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Huh.
I can only assume I got flagged originally because I was at university at the time. So obviously when I was using my YouTube account from the university network and the
Oh.
university internet, I assume
Yeah, they were like,
flags got set
there's a lot
off
of people clicking on
accidentally.
around.
Yeah, especially, when you're at university on a gaming course.
Mm.
Joys of YouTuber.
yeah.
Classic. YouTube has never been bad ever.
Said no
Nope.
one.
Not once. Never done
I think-
anything wrong. No.
I think YouTube is healthy, actually.
I like kind of like I unironically
It's
never
healthier than
really-
TikTok.
I never really
Oh,
had a
yeah.
problem with YouTube, but then again, I never swear in my videos unless it's like a joke and it's like worked around. But yeah, I'm kind of like I'm a very nice person to just like have ads on videos. I'm not a problematic kid. So I personally never had an issue.
Let's just not
me
remind you
neither,
of
but
the-
I cursed a lot. I say so many bad words, and I'm so worried about that.
Now it's gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah. I'm wondering when I'm gonna get hit by the old like, hey, by the way, no money. You're done, kid. Wondering.
Get out of here.
I'm waiting for the robot to execute me. I'm just sitting.
I mean, if this
I'm sitting
happens,
on my
can't
knees.
you just set up like a Patreon or something?
Yeah, but all of that stuff is a lot harder than people think it is.
Do you have? Hold on. Do you have
Yeah.
the join button on YouTube?
No, I don't.
I did that. I recommend that. That's actually it's very simple, very easy. It's all like part of like one payout that you get, and it's like I would never regret it.
You're talking about channel memberships, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I wanna figure that out, but I want to do things for it first because I know there's a lot of cool things you can do.
Yeah,
I want to abuse it.
I was like, because you can set your prices and everything. It's like Patreon, but it's like all part of the YouTube bundle, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's gonna be $2, nothing more, nothing less, just $2. I don't want to freaking like take money from people, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just tease my future videos, and I'm posting like thumbnails and stuff like that there.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you could set. That's so cool.
Yeah, you can have multiple price tiers,
and they get and it's like Twitch where they get custom emotes and stuff.
That's fucking awesome. I have a thing I'm gonna do soon with emotes, and I think maybe I'll just do them both at the same time. Oh god, just saw something I didn't want to see. A crab shedding.
What the fuck?
Popped up on my monitor. It was gross.
I mean evolution says we are all gonna be crabs anyway.
Oh no, not again.
I feel like I don't believe that video, to be honest. I don't know.
I just got crab rave in my head.
I don't think we gotta evolve anymore, right?
Okay, Chibiin, do we have anything else to talk about? Because I think we're exhausting our
game modes. So that's done in this episode. Other than that,
like
wait,
3
Skooch,
times.
what kind of tattoo did you do?
I
What do you mean tattoo?
No, a tattoo. Sorry, accent.
Shit.
You know.
Okay, so it's very basic because it's my first tattoo, and it's just the word today with a period on my wrist. And the reason why is because I always come up with like very big ideas, but then I keep pushing them off because it's like, oh, I need this working and I need that working. And long story short, what ended up happening was I talked to my friend and I told him like, oh, when I drink, I'm gonna start drinking less this year because blank, or I'm gonna start drinking less because like I go out and I rage. It's not like a big thing, but it's like I drink and then I get hungover and I hate hangovers. And then so I was like, maybe I'll just like probably chill and like not drink more than a beer from now on. Once the holidays are over, once this event is over, blah blah blah. And my friend told me, he's like, I found myself for a really long time waiting until something happened in order to do something else. And I realized now, like, that I'm older, that day will never come. And I thought about it, and it's like, yeah, like, you can't just wait until this to do your big thing. You should just do it all right now, because you're never going to be ready for it. You're never going to be ready for this or that. You should just do it the second you can do it, because the only thing you have is today, right? You're never going to get to tomorrow or next week or when this goalpost is met. You're always going to just be stuck here, right? So get shit done. It's also in Courier New, which is the font I write scripts on.
Oh,
that's clever.
It's nice. It's a nice little reminder. It's also on my left wrist because I type and all that. Like, I'm left-handed, and it's like when I think it's I'm always like, nice. I'm always like scratching my face or something, so I have to look at it. I can't like forget that it's there because it's just on my fucking wrist.
I mean, you cannot really forget because it's literally tattooed. So like at some point you're gonna have to see it.
Also, tattoos fucking hurt, bro. They hurt. I did martial arts my whole life. This shit was worse. It was so painful. I didn't know that your wrist is like one of the most painful spots you can get a tattoo. But
I think what is it? The worst spot is your ribs.
Your ribs, your ribs are really bad. Your wrist is bad. The line towards your dick, that line is apparently super bad too. But yeah, dude, tattoos hurt, man. Would not recommend. But it's nice. I enjoy having a tattoo. It makes me feel like a customizable character in a video game.
You paid for a skin, literally.
Yeah, basically.
Real life cosmetic. Let's go.
Yeah, except it's like cemented on. You can't go, never mind. I want this one.
I want to go back to default skin.
Yeah, default skin.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right. I guess it is time to part ways and to go to sleep because it's super late for Necrit. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know. Somehow I'm normally bitching. This time around, I actually enjoyed talking about
It's
stuff.
fun. It's fun
Wait,
talking about stuff.
do
It's
you
really
mean that
refreshing.
usually you don't enjoy talking about stuff?
No, usually
fucking-
at this time I'm actually like falling asleep and stuff, which is not happening
Wow,
today.
Your
okay,
wife
so you
is
mean
still
that
gonna tell
usually
you
it's
off.
super boring, it's just because it's Skooch, so now it's not super boring?
Yeah, let's go. I'm
we're-
swag. I'm so swag.
We're linked, you know, we have like the same journey, so it was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Yeah,
enjoyable.
because Necrit's got tips on like how to transition out of League.
Yeah.
That's all this was. This was just trying to get free tips on how to do it. Scamming.
Yeah, this was
Right,
this
right,
was,
right.
this was Scooch's masterclass.
There it is.
Oh, also,
Oh.
we got a new Patreon. Someone who funds the podcast hosting on Spotify.
You say it right. You said Patreon right.
Oh, Patreon. Nah, I
Patreon.
mean, just screw English. It's just too hard.
You
It's-
say it in French.
we.
The person's name is,
Patreon.
you wouldn't believe it, TB Skyen.
Hey!
Hey.
Yeah, he actually like decided to like tip. So yeah, it's really fucking nice. Thank you. Again, thank you for everybody on Patreon who funds the hosting
Man.
of the podcast and YouTube
He
membership.
gave you all of his shorts revenue.
That's probably true.
No,
Probably not a lot.
Shorts make decent amount now, right?
I hope so.
I don't know. Aren't they in that transition?
They're going to, yeah. They're about
Yeah.
to.
Well, yeah. So 1st of February is when shorts are monetized.
I have
but
16
is there
videos
still-
to upload.
Is there still the YouTube fund? Like, is that still going for shorts?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I just know that their revenue split is going to be better than TikTok's. And I think it was Mr. Beast was talking about it. So he thinks that shorts are going to kill everything else because the revenue split is just so much better than anywhere
Don't
else.
say that. I'm just gonna make new videos.
Make short.
No, he means he
Lore.
means like
Oh,
in
other
that-
short
platforms.
other short platforms,
Okay.
yeah.
Got you. Yep.
So it's gonna kill even Instagram, even though it's owned by Facebook and stuff.
I mean, you won't kill, but like any content creators that are looking to earn money.
They'll probably
Well-
want to gravitate towards YouTube.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I mean, hopefully it goes well. In February and in lunch.
These
Good
guys
and
gotta be
everything, so
rich.
then we can all make shorts and be rich and create League of Legends 2 with it. You know?
League of Legends shorts.
Make it an FPS. I want Ivern with a gun.
Ah, that's
yes.
okay.
That's
Give
what he
Ivan a
says.
gun.
That's his voice line. That's what he
says, "I
says.
have- who has 2 thumbs and a gun?
No, but you're close.
Shoots acorns with his gun.
He actually says, "I have
Pass me
2
that
guns
AK,
and a
Daisy.
shield." That's how it actually works.
Oh god, he's just holding the shield up with his teeth. It's fucking muffled.
That's Daisy. Daisy's just body blocking.
Alright,
Alright,
well, it's time to say goodbye. It was really fun. Thank you for joining,
Adios, gamers.
Scooch.
It was
I'm not
fun.
gonna
I
thank
had
Nikki
fun.
because it's like it's
Okay.
mandatory for him to show up
Because
here.
it's expected.
Okay. This is
Also, no
fine.
one's thankful.
Yeah. Oh, real quick,
Just
did
don't
you
be
guys,
thankful.
you guys
Idiots.
had a really cool holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve thing? Was it cool?
Oh yeah, I was working. It was great.
Yeah, I worked for a lot of it.
That's not okay. Well,
It's
guess
normally
I
my
should've
time
asked.
off. It's the only time I get time off because obviously I'm stuck to Riot's schedule. But then I was like, I need to make these new tools. So I ended up doing
Yeah.
that.
Jacob saw fireworks and he enjoyed it.
Ah,
That's good.
Well. Alright. Well, bye-bye everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you
Bye,
later.
everyone.